chant and sound the Yaller horn. Please welcome the 31st Adjutant General of the Minnesota National Guard, Major General John Jensen.
Well, hello, this is John Randall, Minnesota Vikings legend, and it is my pleasure to say, Minnesota Vikings fans uncensored, are you ready? Keith, get your people up. Let's go. Skol, 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 baby. Let's go.
Let's go, fellas. What's going on, boys?
What's happening?
All right. We are going to have a banger tonight.
Got a show, baby.
We've got some time to make up for. Skol, Leonard. For Leonard, and maybe anybody else is popping on, I just want to reiterate something that was discussed off camera. David is a liar and a phony and a withholder of information. Last week would have been his birthday call, but he did not let us know so that we could properly get inebriated with him to celebrate.
You piece of shit.
So this will be his birthday call.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, David. He's the mouth of the South without the need for the megaphone. Let's roll.
Hey, I got a question while we're waiting. Anybody know who the 31st Adjutant General of the National Guard is? Anybody
We
who
should
gets
have that name down by now.
Come on,
I
man.
don't, but I know what it's coming from. I don't have the name down.
I know it. Anybody? Nobody. Cody, you don't got it?
I don't follow part-time.
Do you follow our intro?
Major General John Jensen, baby.
There it is.
That's what
Does
Yeah,
anybody
I
know
heard
who
you
the
that.
Minnesota Vikings legend who rolls with Let's Skol is? Even if we got to pay him to do it? Skol, Robbie. Oh, man. Woo!
You guys do anything cool this week since we last talked? Anything cool in your lives?
I ran about 8 miles this morning and have been studying all day for 2 tests tomorrow for school. So pretty exhausting.
Definitely sounds awesome. Anything quite as
I'm exhausted just hearing him say that.
Yeah, me too. I just golfed all week, man. I keep getting off work 4:30, getting out playing 9, or tomorrow I'm going to play 18. It's a lot of golf. That's not anything exciting, though. Pretty boring.
Yeah, definitely not. Cody's winning.
Yep.
Fish, what did you do exciting except wash your Let's Skol shirt?
Cobra Kai, baby. Cobra Kai.
What did you think about that Cobra Kai?
Sucked. Terrible.
It wasn't that good.
Awful.
And I'm a pretty big fan of the show.
I'm a big freaking Cobra Kai fan. Oh, Robbie already seen the new Deadpool. That's what I'm talking about.
Not a boy.
Gonna
10
go
out of
see-
10.
I'm gonna go see it.
Come on the show.
Maybe someday I'll watch the first one.
Yeah.
All
I know
right,
something else I'm doing Saturday morning too. I think the rain's gonna hold off. I think I'm gonna break the Henry 30-30 out of the case and see if I can still hit a
Yeah,
target
you're
at
gonna get rain.
75 yards.
You're
That's a
gonna
cool
get
gun.
rain
You have
this
a
weekend?
Henry?
Yeah.
That's nice. I shot those before. You got what gauge is it?
It's a 30-30 repeater.
Oh, you said it was a 30-30. I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch some UFC this weekend. See if I can't see how many UFC fighters go down like Vikings cornerbacks.
Golly.
Damn, I can't do the 3D. It triggers migraines on me. Shit.
I'm sorry for you people who are just meeting Cody for the first time. He wasn't always like this.
He wasn't.
He was a positive beam, a ray of hope.
Is Steven a new name?
Away for us.
Next year.
Sometimes I forget Cody is younger. It just might be hitting now.
Skol, Steven. Is Steven Spurg a new name? I don't recognize that name. Is this a new guy?
Yeah, this new guy here, but he's a casual to me.
Oh, okay. Skol, Jacob.
When I'm at the bar on Friday nights, it's with that Steven guy.
Oh, okay.
No more. All of them. All of them.
Skol, Emerson.
Emerson, how are you?
I agree, Emerson. Skol, Anthony.
Dr. Anthony Percelli.
So I don't think I've ever asked you guys this, and I've known you guys for like at least 2 years now, all of you. You know Let's Skol, that comes from our Facebook group, Minnesota Viking Fans Uncensored, which I started that group after the Vikings lost to the Eagles in the championship game because I was being very negative in Viking groups, venting and frustrated, and I got booted from all of them. So I had to make my own, and it took a long time to grow to what it is now. But how did you guys each end up finding the group? Why did you join, and why did you stay? Rinaldi?
I saw the word uncensored on the thing, man, and I just had to check it out. So, I mean, anything that said uncensored. Look, the reality of what that site is to me, it's a lot like what happened before when the internet just first started coming out. It was just like a club fest. You just beat the hell out of people. You wait for a Packer guy to get on your site or whatever, and it ended up being different than that. It's actually still a cool site. A lot of the OG people are still on the site too. That's what I love about it, man. They're almost like friends. They've been around for 5 years together, so that's why I stayed on. I mean, I think I've been on since 2018, maybe 2019 at worst, and that's why I stayed on. It's like a bunch of old friends. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I remember you being there for a while, but we really didn't start talking until we started like playing fantasy football together, and like
that's how I got involved here, man.
And you were on the golf course then too.
I was too.
What about you, Fish? How'd you stumble upon this group?
I was pissed off after the 2020 season. I was literally saying out loud, not good enough to make the fucking playoffs, not bad enough to be able to draft a player who can make a difference. I was eyeballing number 8, like, and it's your fault. And I'm like, I need to join a group. I was not a member of nothing. And I just typed in Minnesota Vikings on Facebook, and I saw that picture of them two guys, the group picture. They were like, and I was like, these are my people. I feel that. And I joined. And I tried to start off having conversation about football and Vikings, but enough people came running at me and trying to clown me where I said, oh, it's that kind of party. So for the first year, y'all didn't like me too much. But now you love me. We
do love you.
We do. But I was one of those ones who did not like you at first.
I know.
I thought you were one of Mike Breed's accounts at first. I'm not even going to lie. I don't know if it was your Clockwork Orange, whatever that picture was that you had of you or whatever you're wearing. I know it's not Clockwork Orange, but I don't know what you were dressed up in, your little suit. What was that?
I don't know. You got me, dude.
I'm gonna have to pull it up because I was like, there's no way this is a real person. But then I got to know you. I was like, I'm glad this is a real person.
Oh my God! You know, I'm starting. He had a Clockwork Orange face on his site.
I don't think he didn't have an orange face. I'm gonna have to find the picture. I'll find it. I know you still have it, and it's probably gonna be way off.
Was it like the purple fedora?
It might have been purple. I thought everything.
No.
I thought everything was black. Maybe a cutoff.
I don't know. I'll have to look at my old profile pictures and see, but yeah.
We will
Skol, Trevor.
We'll have to find out. So what about you, Cody? How did you end up finding this?
I think like majority of people that find the page, they're scrolling, and then it just pops up out of nowhere, and you just look at it. You're like, oh, I gotta check out what this fucking idiot's saying, and you're like, and that's and then look at the comment section, like, oh, this is going to be good. Usually, it starts off with a dude, Michael Jackson, eating popcorn because someone's fighting on internet or social media, and then it's like you're conformed. All of a sudden, you start joining in on the fight, and you're like, now you're just out there, just like calling all sorts of people out. You pick sides with like the horsemen that they're called, or you're on the opposite side of that. I mean, it's just funny looking over the page now compared to how it was back in the day. Like now it's like you can see two separate divisions every single year. It was last year it's been Kirk Cousins versus whoever, and now it's 3-15 or 3-14 versus fucking 13-4 or yeah. So it's like it's wild that you can see like there's always two divisions of people, two groups
always
fighting.
divided.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's ever been a division among this fan base like number 8. Like
yeah, I know. Like Kirk
Skol, Alex.
Dictionary after seeing it so many times, you know.
Alex, we already
I need to,
my friend. You're 20 minutes late.
Yeah, Alex. See, the problem is if we say that establishes the new start time, because as you will know, we once had a start time of 8. And it just sort of
8:30.
Next thing you know, Fish doesn't have to work on Friday, so we can start at 10 p.m. his time and see what kind of stamina he really has.
Fish, that's actually a great idea because now you're talking about a whole new audience. I'm all about growth. We might get a whole new thing of energy. Like these 10 o'clock people, like they're just like, okay, now it's my time. They put their kids and wife to bed, and now they're up. They're opening their first beer of the night. There might be a whole other market out there, Fish.
The day I drink an energy drink at 9 p.m. is the day I put the gun to my head and pull the trigger.
Uh-oh.
Damn, I would have been dead like at 16.
I'm coming to Nashville.
Kev is here.
I'm coming to Nashville, Fish. You're going to be up past 9.
Huh?
You're going to be up past 9.
Yeah, I mean, I usually go to bed about 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'll be up past 9.
He's like, Cody, just give me the keys. I'm going to go sleep in the back of the car till you're ready.
Wait a minute. Pause.
He gets the
Who's
bar.
going to be the designated driver?
Can I have a Coke, please? Just a Coke.
Cody going to be sitting there putting powder in my Coke. What's that? Oh, don't worry about it. Josie Perez. I don't know that name. Skol, Josie.
I think it's called Purple Daily.
Hi, Josie.
That's a new viewer right there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a scene? Skol, Hagar.
Well, I like hearing you guys' stories because, like, we've been doing this show now for like a year and a half, and we've known each other longer. And I don't think I've ever asked you guys, how did you even find the damn group? Like, how did we end up connecting? So I figured it'd be fun to do it here and let everybody else hear a story. And if anybody else jumps on the show tonight, I'm going to ask them a question because now I'm just interested. Like, what got you here?
Yeah, we do the how we got on the show. Like, how did you figure out who you got on the show?
Well, I just like begged these people, like, please come. And the people who showed up the most, I was like, okay, well, I guess you're not kidding. You all have an individual story, and that'd probably be another time. But there is.
You're welcome. I'll just say you're welcome.
There's an individual story for you all.
You're welcome.
Yes, you are welcome that I'm here because without Fish, I would not be.
Peterson, I bet you it's still bright out too. I bet you it's still like noon where you're at, buddy.
No, it's freaking hot though. This garage thing might not be holding up the rest of the summer.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna be like in my car with the AC on blast or something. I don't know.
He's gonna be like, "Can I get some El Nino up around here, please?"
Oh well, you just said like you're worried about the rain this week, and I'm like, y'all getting rain?
Yeah.
I love rain. Like people out here don't understand because people out here in California, of course they love the weather. I'm like, no, when it gets over 75, I start complaining. Like I love the rain. Like it rained here for a week. not too long ago, and everyone's just so mad and not working miserable. I'm like, this is the greatest week ever. It's not hot. The weather looks beautiful outside. The rain, the smell of it all. What the fuck there not to like about it? What's there to like about the heat, especially when you're working?
Heat sucks.
Yeah.
The thing about cold is I can throw on another layer of clothes. I mean,
Exactly.
go, Lunk.
It's a lot easier to warm up than it is to cool down.
There he is.
He who greets with smoke has returned.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi was messing up, so I reset it, and then it took me a while because the factory reset. So now I had to change my password.
So you put the ceiling fan on to get the turbines going and
Yeah.
solar power.
Yeah.
Got
Overheated.
them 2 light fangs coming down.
So, Shaq, I was asking these guys
Nope.
how they end up finding Minnesota Viking fans uncensored. So, what's your story? What's your villain origin story?
Well, I came from Bleacher Report, honestly, and I was beefing with the community tab. I was like, you know what? I need some more Viking friends. And then I went to Facebook and just typed in Vikings, and your group was the first one that popped up. And I was like, you know what? Vikings fans uncensored? Fuck it.
Let's go.
And that's how I got here. And then I found the Discord because I joined first, and I ain't post nothing on Facebook. And then I joined the Discord, and that's when I found you guys.
That's why I met you and Cody on the Discord too. I was like, oh,
Yep.
you guys are on the Facebook?
Back in those state your name and your business days when somebody would join, Keith was like, who are you?
You came into the Discord. Who are you? What's your Facebook name? Because I don't want to be fighting with you on Facebook with being your friend here. I need to know who you are.
Mike Bree.
No, I'm Mike Bree. Don't you know that?
You have been.
For 2021, I was Mike Brady.
You were. You
Oh,
almost
Mike
weren't in the
Brady.
group anymore because I thought you were.
I remember
Moving on.
the opening of the 21 season. I wanted to see if I could have a get together for host a get together for it, but I was on approval. So I had to send Keith the first message I ever sent him. Hey dude, can you take me off approval or at least approve this shit so I can see if I can host a get together? And that probably broke the ice. He probably said, oh wait, this guy's a real person.
There you go.
Hey, he's not the guy off Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Damn, I actually answered that message, huh?
I think you lied to me too. You're like, oh, you're not on approval. I don't know what's going on here. But all of a sudden, hey.
I was like, click, you're not on approval? What the fuck?
I don't govern like that, man.
We don't do that here. But you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Fish. I mean, you're a mod now, and I don't know if you see it, but I do actually get people who post, they come up saying I need to approve it, and I know we didn't put them on any kind of restriction, so Facebook's kind of weird like that. I don't know if they just put people on post approval or maybe they fucked up in another group and now they're on post approval everywhere. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But see, I didn't belong to any other groups, and contrary to popular belief back then, I really was a good boy on Facebook. I mean,
sorry.
I had no reason to be put on approval.
All right. Well, now today we are 42 days away from kickoff 2024, almost a month away. Like we do every week at this time, we like to highlight the numbers that are the days away, and it's 42. There's a couple of them that we've had throughout our history. Right now, we have a pretty good one, Andrew DePaula. But we also had DJ Dozier, who was the baseball player, football player. Jerome Felton, John Gilliam. Is it Gilliam or Gilliam?
Gilliam.
Gilliam. And Orlando Thomas. Got to say it. Not happy to. Darren Sharper.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, guys, because I'm pulling a brain cramp on this. What is it about Darren Sharper?
Really?
I've seriously pulled a brain cramp on this.
Let's say his roofline hits harder than he does on the field.
Okay.
Ronaldo, you want to tell him?
Bill Cosby fan.
Okay.
Like 7 to 9 women like came out against him, and like he was like putting stuff in their drinks at bars, taking them back, and they don't remember it.
And this is on he was on network.
He didn't even need to do that. He's rich.
Nah.
I couldn't remember, but I was sitting there going, man, I kind of remember he played pretty well for us.
No,
He did. He was all right. Yeah. Cody, that's the sick thing, though. I mean, that's just sick. He liked it.
I don't know if you guys ever seen Wall Street. Great movie. But it's basically like that. Yeah. He probably invited them over. They was having a party. He put drugs in their drinks, and then they all came back with him.
Brian Peterson asked if Darnold is all world yet. No, he just injured our cornerback.
What up, Zoe?
Oh, Zoe.
Skol.
We need to get Zoe on here with this one.
Yeah, man, I want to meet this guy. I hear you guys talk about him all the time. Zoe, you got to come on, brother.
Zoe's always welcome. He knows that.
Yep.
For me, the number 42 that stands out, it's already been said in the chat by Leonard, it's Orlando Thomas. That rookie season he had where he had the 9 interceptions, it just seemed like every game he was getting an interception. And at that time, I was like 12, 13 years old, so real impressionable. And it was like, I fell in love with him right away. Like, he never really lived up to that season afterwards. I think the most interceptions he had after that year was like 5, and then he had a lot of years like 1 or 2. But he was still a fun player to watch. And I think he only played maybe 6 years. And then, unfortunately, he passed away from the Lou Gehrig's disease. So,
and we replaced
my favorite 42.
And we replaced him with Blair Walsh in our all rookie team season.
Yeah.
We didn't replace him. You guys kicked him out to put Blair Walsh in because I had him. No, I got like this little Minnesota Vikings sign where it says Vikings and it's like cut out and you put like a football card behind him. And Orlando Thomas is one of the ones that I have in there. Like he was one of my favorite players. Like just growing up, like as kids, we all have these favorite players like that we thought were great, but then we got older and realized they really weren't that good. Why did I like them? But for some reason we liked them. And like he was one of those to me. I mean, he had that rookie season was awesome. Any of these guys stand out to you, or is Orlando?
Yeah, don't sleep on 42 Gilliam, man. You fucked his name up at the beginning, but my man was Adam Thielen at the time. He had 950 yards every year. Only played for the Vikings for 4 years, but he had 950, 1,000 yards every year, 5 to 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns. If you look his stats up, I think he's an eye popper. But he wasn't a Viking his whole career. He probably had a 12-year career. Played with Philly, played with Minnesota. But when he was on Minnesota, he played in a Super Bowl or 2. I mean, the guy was pretty legit, man. I mean, I think you're right going with Orlando Thomas as the number 1 Viking out of that group. But man, don't sleep on Gilliam. He was legit player, man. Real legit.
What year did he play? Do you know what years? What era was he?
72, 73, 74.
From that, okay.
Yep. I don't really remember him that good, but I do remember. I've seen enough of it.
What surprised me about the number 42 in DePaula was just looking him up and seeing his age. I was like, dude, that dude's old.
Right, but I saw the same thing, and I was like,
we just got him. I thought, like,
but I was thinking, like, his position though. I mean, can he just do that till he's like 43 or something?
Yeah, you can probably do that till he's my age.
Can he just he's just snapping the ball and don't get knocked over? But yeah, I did see that.
Robbie dying to get on this call.
Before. Was it Seattle?
I thought we drafted him.
I did too, but we didn't.
No,
we didn't.
Yeah, we drafted him, and he was 41 when we drafted him, Cody.
Like Brandon Weeden.
He went back with his eligibility.
I thought we drafted a long snapper out of the Air Force or something.
Out of the Air Force, yeah, that was somebody else.
some other kid.
They made a special exception for him to be able to play, and he played like 1 season, and then we got to Paulo.
Let's see. Well, he played for Tampa Bay, Chicago, and Oakland.
And then he came to Vancouver.
And the funny thing is, he has no accolades with those teams. Nothing.
None.
And then he comes here, and in 2022, he's an All-Pro first team, and last year he's second team All-Pro, Pro Bowlers back-to-back years. So before the last 2 seasons, he was just a freaking long snapper.
I think his story is that he was just about out of the league. Like, I think he got cut. I don't know what team it was, Tampa Bay maybe. He got cut, and then he got the call, and He's stuck ever since. So he was
I
out.
think, I think it's more like somebody up high in the NFL is like, look, man, we're disrespecting these Vikings. We got to throw them a bone somehow. Who can we send to the Pro Bowl from that team? The long snapper.
He was so good because we sucked.
He got the All Pro though. He got the All Pro too.
Yeah, you know what? We got to give him the All Pro. The most non-impactful position on the team.
How do you grade an all pro left long snapper?
Because we had to grade the ball a bunch. There's like 2022, we did not score. I think we're lowest in the NFL in third quarter. Like we didn't score.
Mm-hmm. Got to have them fourth quarter comebacks, Cody. Got to pad that stat, baby.
But the long snapper.
What do you think? What do you think he makes a year, Nick DePaula?
$4 million.
I'm gonna say $2 million.
Closer, 1.3. 1.3.
Not bad.
I think he's the highest paid long snapper in the league.
I mean,
That's a lot of money per snap, fellas.
He's probably on the sideline, like fucking trading, and then until they're like, "Hey, punt!" Oh shit! Puts down the laptop, goes snatch.
Field goal. Well, okay.
Comes back and gets back to the fucking day trading.
He's like,
he field goals.
It's not the third quarter yet. We must be doing something right.
Look, you all promised me I'd have the first half of each game off. What is going on here?
Didn't we have snapping probably
except for the first drive? You're coming out for the first drive because we're going to go down the field. We're going to score every single time. We're going to get the fans thinking this is about to be that game. We're about to whoop ass. But then you're going to take a break for 2 quarters.
You catch him in the food court.
He actually was helpful because we was having snapping problems before he came, and it was affecting our special teams a lot. And I'm like, how bad do we have to be that we can't even snap the ball right?
I want to say that kid's name was Austin, that Air Force kid. Austin something.
It might have been. That sounds right.
That's one of those quirky little things that's the kind of stuff I remember. Y'all are like, okay, so if the NFC Championship game, the important stuff, y'all are spitting it out. And I'm like, well, there was this one third string defensive end that.
Austin Cutting.
That's it. Austin Cutting.
Yeah,
there we go.
I don't remember that name at all.
Yeah.
When you become a Viking.
God damn it.
What was that year they won 13 games? What year did they win 13 games? That's when I became a Viking fan.
2017?
No, 2017, Case Keenum.
Oh, we got it in.
I got that one in early.
Kate says I'm taking the next 2 hours off. I got mine done.
Got my Keenum in. I'm good.
See you, boys.
Fish, carry the show.
Hold on. I'm trying to do something real quick for these peoples. You guys can still talk, though. It's all good.
Yep. Yeah, I was just reading some comments, see if there's anything I could address. Robbie says he's about to do Deadpool spoilers.
No, you're not. I'm getting off in the show.
Come out.
Spoilers. He wins in the
Ban
end.
his ass. Ban his ass. Tell him we see him doing the offseason. Next offseason.
We're going to give you a 365-day cooldown period, sir. Oh, my gosh.
Well, I can't pin it. Let's see who.
Let's see. Jacob says Jordan Addison's breakout year will cover up the DUI, but then he'll be drug tested for being so good it's illegal. Let's go, Leonard. What's up, buddy?
Cool, fellas. How's it going?
What's up, Len? How you doing, kid?
Still haven't fully grown that beard out yet. I can't adjust.
It's close.
No, it's coming, man. It's getting there.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Getting there.
It's like diet beard. I mean, it was beard zero, but now it's like diet beard.
No, I think you can hide a beer in that thing.
Yeah.
You're doing all right.
Have you thought about like tying a weight to it to help?
Fish. He has more facial hair than we have hair on our heads combined.
That's only because I trim mine down. I could have a glorious head of hair if I let it grow out, sir.
You could?
I don't see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't see it. It's
I
not
don't see it.
1984. It's not 1984 fish. I've seen the mullet. Okay, I've seen it. It's beautiful. I don't think you could do it again.
It's been a little while, but when my son was young, he challenged me to grow my hair out, and if I did, he'd let me shave his head, and so I did. And then, of course, he reneged. He said, "Oh, you ain't shaving my head."
Fish, if you grow your hair out, I will let you shave my head, and I mean it.
I'll let you shave my ass if you grow your hair out.
Well, I'm not doing it now because you would have to force me to do that.
Yeah, you ruined it.
And the new Manscaping ad hits right now.
You ever seen the Family Guy episode where he like raises a small bird in his beard?
Yeah.
That happened. Rinaldi had interesting news this week with a bird. He's raising a hawk.
Yeah,
Bob.
Poor Bob.
Bob
Didn't make it. You know, I did have something happen to me this week. I forgot about Bob. What about that?
Bob?
What about Bob?
Yeah, I came back from my sister's house. My son was with me. He's like 26 years old. He goes, "Dad, what? There's a hawk sitting out in the dock on the pond." I'm like, "Well, yeah, I guess it is." Like at 15 minutes later, the hawk's still standing there. My wife's like, I think that thing's hurt. We're looking at it through the binoculars, and he's got a wing that was all messed up. We start walking down. He jumps off the dock, goes into the woods. Took us about a half hour, but the Rinaldis caught a hawk. We caught a hawk, an actual hawk. We caught it. Put a blanket around it. Put it in a box. This thing stunk to high heaven. It was the stinkiest hawk. It was the stinkiest animal I ever smelled. Called up the wildlife rehabilitator. Took an hour to get down there. He said, "Let's go." He opened up the box and he goes, "Oh, you know why he stinks so bad? He's full of maggots." He opens up the wing of the bird, and it's cut from like the shoulder to the hip. It got hit by a car probably, and it was all full of maggots, man. He was dead in 3 hours. By the time he got him back to the rehab center, he sent me a text, dead. But the Rinaldi still caught a hawk.
Why did they have to tell you that it died? Why, I would have called it, you know what? We nursed it back to health. We let it go. It's going to live a good life. Enjoy your day.
Because my wife's a rehabilitator too. She does smaller ones. That's why we knew we could go catch them. So
you know what I got from that story though? Is that it's Rinaldi and we've been calling you Rinaldi.
It is Rinaldi. Yeah. It's Rinaldi.
You never corrected us.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because everybody calls me Rinaldi anyway.
I want to call you Rinaldi though.
Okay.
I'm still calling you Rinaldi. I'm sorry.
See Rinaldi stepping out of his fucking sliding patio door.
He said the first time he said it, I was like,
star.
He
looks
said
up
it
in the
wrong,
sky.
idiot.
There's Bob.
And he said it again.
Rinaldi, right?
Rinaldi.
Yeah.
So we've had some bad stuff happening with the glorious time of training camp opening up that we were so excited about to see our players get some action in and, you know, start really seeing a little bit of football. Don't even got the pads on yet. And the first day we go out onto the field, we have an ace torn, season over for our cornerback, Mekhi Blackman. It's a brutal blow. And, like, I am definitely upset because, like, when we first drafted him, like, I stood up for him. Everyone's like, well, Kylie Ringo's still there. Why didn't we get Ringo? And I did, a lot of research on him and watching videos. I was like, no, this actually looked like a good pick. Like, I think Flores knows what he was doing. He picked him, and he did look good last year. And I was looking at him to make the step this year where maybe he didn't watch the wide receiver make a catch for a touchdown and celebrate it. But now he's out for the year. What was your initial reaction, Fish, when you got the news?
Shit. Welcome to the barge. No, I mean, look, it's a problem. It's a position where we were kind of hanging on a string where it's like, okay, we've got some decent players there, but I don't see a lot of really, really good players there. We were hoping, right? We were hoping that, steps taken. And then the other thing I thought was, I'm going to lose my damn hot take that Booth is going to get cut from the team now. And that was just unacceptable. That was unacceptable. I'm going to take enough L's on these hot takes. I don't need this type of unforeseen circumstances helping me take an L. There's going to be plenty based on my own stupidity. And that was my reaction.
What about you, Rinaldi, when that info came across your screen?
Dude, when I saw it, man, my heart sank. You know, it was such a competitive room. You can't call it a good room, but there was a lot of competition, and that's what we really lost is the competition that was going on there. And then you see Flores today. I don't know if you guys saw that interview, but my God, you could see how much that hurt him. I think that they really like Blackman more than I thought. Like when you watch how Flores reacted to that, I think they were planning on him being something special this year. I think that he was going to break out, and it's sad that it didn't happen. What do you guys think?
Cody?
Yeah. My expectations on the year weren't good. They're worse now. And it was from Kyrie, now Blackman, and then today we had Shaquille Griffin go down. And I'm just looking at the cornerback room like, give us a fucking break, please. Just something. And we're throwing names out like Matt Marshall, Lattimore, and Gilmore, and it's just it feels like the year the year we lost Teddy Bridgewater. Like the team has all the pieces in place, but now you just wiped out a whole fucking position group. And probably one of the most important on the defense is cornerback, just like the quarterback is the most important position on the offense. And it was a really, really hard blow. Really hard to stomach.
Well, the Teddy Bridgewater thing, I mean, if that's a good comparison, we were only like one game from making the playoffs. So
yeah, we did start 5-0, then we lost every game afterwards.
We did start 5-0. So we should be able to do that without a cornerback.
Yeah.
Skol, boy.
Shaq, what was your feelings when you saw the news that he had gone down? Even before that we heard it was a torn ACL. When you first saw the news that Mekhi Blackman was down at practice.
Well, I was at work, and then I seen you guys posted in the chat, and I'm like, damn. Like, how many cornerbacks are we going to lose this year? And it's like, before the week started, we was kind of going over the 5 cornerbacks who's going to make the team. So we lost Kyrie Jackson, and then we had Booth Jr., Caleb Evans, Blackman, Shaq Griffin, and then we're going to have the other corners compete for the other spot. But now it's looking like competition is going to be more like our depth is going to be our starters now. And it's going to be real hard for us to, have a real competition if we kind of don't got nobody to compete.
Cornerbacks full of XFL players.
Yeah, you get a position. You get a position. You get a position.
I do have a free agent, Bashard.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Agger, send me your email or PayPal. $100.
That's what we call Bashard Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, no. I'm straight.
What did you think, Lenny, when you got the news about Blackman?
I first saw that he limped off the field, and I was like, well, hopefully it's just like a bone bruise or something. Because I didn't watch anything. I just saw the one headline, and then I saw after that it was a
USC trash.
ACL. I was like, damn, that sucks. So I don't know. It sucks because the defense. I mean, I definitely think that he was going to be a cornerstone on that defense. I mean, he still can be obviously when he comes back, but it just sucks because we're not going to have him this year. But I don't know. It just stings with everything that happened.
Yeah. I made the video last night about, saying about Blackman getting injured, he's gonna be out for the year, this and that. The funny thing is, I had to do it like 6 or 7 times. The first time I was doing it, like the first 5 times, and I didn't notice it, but I went back and rewatched it. I kept saying to Caleb Evans. So I think in my mind, I was hoping it was Caleb Evans, and it wasn't like Mekhi Blackman. I was like, oh man, I'm glad I didn't post that shit. What about you, Trevor? Man, what did you think when you heard about Mekhi Blackman?
Man, I thought you guys were playing around. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like another cornerback down. There ain't no way. And I had to go to Google, and then my heart broke even more because Well, kind of like you said when it all came out and when we drafted him, I mean that dude was a sticky cornerback, and I was like, maybe his first year he ain't gonna shine, but his second year, and then he impressed me on his first year, but of course he's not a Bama cornerback, so of course that's the reason he got hurt, right? Robbie.
I mean, I could say something that happened worse to a Bama cornerback, but I'm not going to go there.
Mm-hmm.
But we draft so many. It's hard to choose the 90 that we draft over the two from USC who are pure shit. So I'm bound to have one bad one.
I like your embrace a top 5 pick. We're not going to be picking top
who are the good Bama quarterbacks in the NFL right
yes,
now, Robbie?
we are. God,
we'll trade it back. We ain't picking.
All right, fair enough. Fine. We are allotted the opportunities to choose top 5. I should. There's not enough space for that shit.
Who's the top 3 cornerbacks in the NFL right now from Bama?
You tell me because you have Google right there. So
I don't have anything.
Your eyes are reflecting your beauty as well as Google.
I don't know any good cornerback from Bama in the NFL right now. I'm asking you to educate me.
I don't.
That's your search in.
Well, that's a gimme.
You can't say one who hasn't played a game yet, Shaq.
He's the number 1 corner in the league.
Why do you guys bring this up before I do? Like, honestly, I love them, but my fan card's typically put to the side. You guys just like love to hate me.
USC.
No. SEC. I'm an SEC fan. Now that you can say that's a broken record, but I don't know Bama with challengers.
You asked why it got brought up. What was the first thing you were saying when you walked in the chat?
USC is trash. USC is trash.
That's why.
USC is trash.
Why'd you say that?
That Bama's pedigree. And I asked you to name a fucking Bama cornerback.
The 2022 draft was a fucking abortion. That whole thing sucked.
I'm going to say one more thing about this whole thing. In our little group chat, right before the word came out about it, Cody asked the freaking question he should be banned from asking ever again. Is there any Vikings news? I mean, every time he asks us that question, something freaking catastrophic happens. Like, golly.
Yeah, it didn't. Not today though. It was good. I didn't have to say it today. I just did it.
I think it's a carryover from yesterday, if you ask me.
So, Trevor, what do you think about our cornerback depth now with Mekhi Blackman going out? Do you think that, we had some guys that we signed off season. We did sign the UDFA, McLaughlin. Do you think we can go next man up, or do you think they have to make a move?
I mean, my second favorite guy, and I think Lenny's favorite guy, Mr. the Duke, I think he can step in. I'm hoping he can step in the way he did at the end of his tenure with us before we, didn't get him re-signed. But I think Duke or Shelley can step up and, he could be the next man up. The UDFA guy, seeing what he's got. I mean, I think we have the depth. I mean, it's just going to be the talent now. Can they stay on the field with the 1s and the 2s and the 3s? That's my concern. But I mean, with Duke coming back, I mean, that at least helps, but that'd have been nice to have a package with him before that.
Right.
Alex, well said. Booth did get lucky. That's some lottery shit there. Fucking ACL just gave you job security. He's right about that shit. Yeah, I want to.
Gary.
Oh.
What do you think, Shaq? Are we going to stand pat and make what we have work, or do you think there's a move to be made now?
Right now, since we don't really have no draft picks, I think we probably stand pat. We might sign, hoping Stephen Gilmore. He's 34 years old. All we need him for is 1 year, anyways. Give him like a veteran contract and see where we can go from there. We got young depth. We just don't got no veteran corners. Why not take a shot?
We didn't get today. An undrafted free agent from the Houston Texans named Jacoby Harris.
Who?
Yeah, right.
I'm talking about season, not preseason. This season, we need a cornerback for the season.
So I agree with the Gilmore thing, but I honestly think that Gilmore's like one of those players right now that's waiting to see how the first half of the season goes, and he's going to sign on with a playoff contender. And, it could be us, because I still think we're going to the playoffs.
Exactly. So why not sign now?
Or get that receipt
I I mean, Gilmore could end up being like in the late, or not late like that, but Winfield, like he was still in his prime. Even when he was old, he was dominating. I mean, it's not like Gilmore just fell off the fucking boat yesterday or last season. He still was at least putting up good numbers. So it wouldn't be a bad idea if it was a good contract.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really got that much of a problem with having the guy on the team at this point with the situation we're in. But I think Keith made the right point about it. The guy's got to want to come to the team. He's a free agent. He's going to write his ticket. I don't. Would you want to go to the Vikings right now if that was the team that?
Maybe not if I was 34. If I was like 26, I could see like, okay, I see what they're doing. I see the vision. I could be a part of this.
Yeah.
I'm 34 is like I need something that's already been built, and I could be, just a piece to help them in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think he's looking at like ESPN 0-8 to start the year. That's not a contender.
No.
We wouldn't be having this problem if we took Turner at 11 and DeJean at 23. We wouldn't be having this fucking conversation because we have an abundance of useless ass quarterbacks. And we would have draft picks, we would have our corner, and we would still have our edge.
Yeah,
because you can see the fucking future to see that one of our quarterbacks would die in a car crash.
Hypothetical. Of course, I'm going to use a hypothetical.
Jesus fucking
Yes,
Christ.
I'm aware of hindsight.
The stupidest
That's
thing in
all
the
this
world.
shit is.
Wow, but you can be a contrarian, but you got to be good at it. Literally,
it's just wild.
We have 4 shitbird quarterbacks that we traded up for. Whereas we didn't need to.
You traded up for all 4?
We would have had a fucking corner from Iowa. Iowa's in the SEC from Alabama, I'm sure. Some subsidiary of that shit, right, guys? I'm waiting on that crap.
Yeah, we should take taking like at 43? We're taking him at 23.
He was at 23.
That Big Ten's ass.
Cody, help me out. You're fucking college. God damn it. No.
Hey, if we would have drafted Turner, and Cooper, we'd be just like your fucking subtitle says, still picking in 5. Because the most important position of the whole team is
we would be 6th, 7th, maybe. We wouldn't be 5 and 12.
Rinaldi, would you welcome Patrick Peterson back?
He's past his prime, man. I don't think he fits the offense. I don't think he can. He can't man up. That dude's playing quarter, half, and that's about it.
He's playing commentator.
Yeah. I think he's washed, man.
So Shaq made a good point saying, we really don't have any draft capital, so it's going to be hard for us to make a move outside of the free agents.
None.
And honestly, there's not a lot of free agents. We said Gilmore, Xavier Howard's out there. If you're okay with him sending a kid his mom's naked pictures, if you're okay with that, then Xavier Howard's an option.
Bring him on.
And then we got, I think, Adoree Jackson's out there. So, I mean, there's really not too much out there. Even though we don't have a lot of picks, Cody, would you be willing to part with our first-round pick for one Alabama cornerback?
No. Even I'm saying that no.
No?
Really?
How many years he got?
I'm a little bit shocked right now. Hold on. Check. I'm going to get you next, but I got to finish with Cody. Cody,
I don't know. We
for like a year.
If we pay up the first round picks, right, and we still got to pay the guy, right? We still pay the guy, and it's probably going to roll into Darrisaw's big money towards the end, just like JJ's big money towards the end. In 3 years, we're paying 3 people probably top dollar in the league at their positions, right? We're not going to have
Cody 4. We got Hawkinson.
Yeah, 4 Hawkinson too, and right and. It to me don't make sense because we're not picking until the 5th round, and the only draft picks we have next year is 2 5ths with that first. That is it.
But we have McCarthy. We have JJ
back now.
That means we basically are giving up all our draft picks for players that we have to sign. We have to resign.
Isn't he a second-year player? Am I wrong about that?
No.
What is he?
I think it's his 4th.
That's why I asked. I don't know how many
Who are
years.
you talking about?
He's talking about.
Oh, yeah. He's on his 4th year.
Yeah, his 5th year option is next year. Yeah.
So you got 2 years.
Yeah, you got.
We got next year. Yeah.
But you're going to pay him. You're going to pay him a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be the same length as Darrisaw.
Yeah.
Because Darrisaw's got 2 years.
So what you're saying
this year to get him, and we're still going to have to pay him. You knew we were
Because
still going to pay
teams are built off of draft picks. If you have one full year without draft picks, your team is in purgatory for a very long time. You can just ask the Saints.
Preach, brother. Preach.
Because we've had draft picks where we drafted 6-7 players and none of them even fucking made the team. And we did okay.
And I got news. We already have a year without draft picks. It's coming up next year. It ain't going to change. What the hell's the difference?
David, in your opinion, what's our deepest position group with the best talent?
Safety positions, Fish.
I'm glad you said that.
What?
I just thought of something. I just thought of something. We have a guy who plays safety who was drafted out of college who was a cornerback, who's a ball hawk.
No.
Our edges are pretty good.
Sorry, let him finish. Let him finish.
So, I mean, a possible option would be to move Cam Bynum back, put him in the slot, and put Byron Murphy outside.
But Byron Murphy didn't play very good outside though last year.
I get it. But we don't have a lot of good options. So, Shaq, what are you knowing about that for?
So there's a reason why we moved Cam Bynum to safety. It's because he's not good in every game as a corner. He could do it as a spot cover corner, but for him to be on the 2s and 3s every play, it's not going to work out for us. He doesn't have.
Wait a minute. How do you know that? Because he was drafted and immediately moved over to safety before he ever played a snap in the NFL.
Because he couldn't even do it in college.
There's a reason.
They saw enough. They saw enough of shit to not let him start. They're doing that with other players we've drafted as well.
But they're like, damn, look how he turns his hips. Like something like that. Like they seen something else they liked. Like this could work as a safety.
They brought in Duke
from Fish, but I don't think that's like.
Outside.
I think I'd go the UDFA over him as at a corner.
I think Flores is gonna change that defense so Cam can work as a corner a little bit more. I think he's gonna switch it all up.
What 14 of 11 positions? So
yeah, but with Metellus and Harrison and him and maybe I don't know. Jaquan, or Roy. Or not Roy. What's the other guy?
Law.
Yeah. I mean, Flores is a brilliant genius or a genius when it comes to that defense. So, I mean, it does suck we lost him, but I think he's going to come up with something that he's going to scheme all those dudes.
Yeah, but he's got a pile of shit to make a fucking peanut butter sandwich with, and it's not going to happen.
He's going to have to be absolutely Einstein.
Yeah, he's going to have to be, unfortunately. But, I mean,
did we grade our corners? Like, we gave them a grade already, I assume. What was it, Keith? Was it pretty dismal?
We haven't done them next week.
We didn't do them yet.
You thought Flores.
By next week, we might not even have any corners to grade. So
that's an easy grade.
We will have some. They just might not be any that were on the team last at the start of training camp.
Move the kickers. Fuck them.
You thought Flores blitzed a lot the past couple years. I think that just shoots to the fucking moon now.
It's gonna be 95% blitzes.
You're not wrong.
Well, you know what? Hall can run pretty fast. Put that fucker out there. Give him something to do.
I'm not doom and gloom. I believe in our coaches, and I believe that they're.
I actually think he's going to go the other way with the blitzing.
Our coaches don't have the players to coach games, like coach well enough to win games. It's
Good
not the
coaches do
coaches.
that. Like,
our players.
Robbie, am I expecting a Super Bowl? No, but I am expecting to compete every game, and I'm expecting to week 17 at least be fighting for a playoff spot.
Expecting or hoping?
Expecting.
You don't
question.
I'm hoping for a Super Bowl. I don't expect it.
You don't think we can trade? You don't think we can trade Mullins to get a good quarterback?
He's got
Has anybody else been injured so far?
Mullins has good numbers on paper. I kind of do. Like that's not an outlandish idea. On paper, he's got
we are going to trade numbers for a 6th-round draft pick, and we're going to be happy with it.
Hey, I'm just kind of I am adding to somebody's thought process here instead of condemning how they think and feel. Like
I'd rather condemn how they think and feel if they need to be condemned for how they think and feel.
He said A corner.
He said A corner. I'm giving him like the
pick. You're giving participation trophies. We don't do that here.
I was
trying to trade our day one starter.
Fish, I'm kind of with you on that. His numbers are good enough to fucking beat up Darnold. I like logically, I'm with you. I honestly am. I hate him. I think he fucking sucks. But on paper, Mullins is
Cody. Name our 3 starting cornerbacks this year.
Our 3 starting corners.
Yep.
Murphy.
Oh, this is great.
That's it.
I said 3, man.
That's it.
Wah. Roy, Wah, whatever his name is.
So Murphy.
Wah.
Just say it. Cody, just say it. Just say, okay.
I have a theory on this. This is my theory of this whole cornerback situation.
Booze.
My very first hot take was Caleb Evans was not going to make this team. All of a sudden, we are just dropping corners like it's fucking out of style. He's going to make the team. It's going to be him, Caleb Evans, and then I want McGlothern in there because I do not like Duke Shelley. I don't think he's good enough. I think his PFF stats were pretty good, but there's this little thing in yards of separation. All right, I'm telling you, I explain it. He's over 1.6 or 7. It's not good. That is not good.
We're gonna have to start calling Cody Pastradamus.
I don't.
Caleb Evans making the team.
I don't think we can get away with not signing somebody. And here's my theory on this. I'm entirely opposite of what you're thinking, Cody. How long did it take? If you can open up the Super Bowl window that starts in 2025 and you put a guy back there like Patrick Surtain, who's 25, 76 years old, and you get 3 years out of him. We have a 3-year window open up. We have to do something at corner anyway.
Our money. He's going to want too much money.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I don't know why we're all talking about money. We have a 3-year Super Bowl window. If we have Darrisaw signed, we have Hawkinson signed, we have Addison signed, we have
JJ
signed. We have a rookie quarterback, right? We have a 3-year window. If we have to pay somebody to be a shutdown corner in that 3-year window, yeah, you're right. Our 2027 is gonna suck. Maybe our 2028 is gonna suck, but it don't matter because it only takes 1 year. Look at the Rams. The Rams won a Super Bowl. They suck, and they're back. They're going to be a good football team this year. I don't care what anybody says.
Really, I want to add on to what you're saying just a little bit because since the beginning of this offseason, we've been talking about next year's offseason and how we're going to be major buyers and we're going to be like looking at players. I don't know if you guys looked. The free agent class next year sucks. So I'd rather pay Surtain than any of those free agents. So, yeah, let's do that because – we're talking about going on and trying to sound like the best free agents available. There's not a lot of good ones, especially at the position of need.
Wait, let's be honest. It's Sean Payton. He fucked us in the draft, right? He ain't gonna give him up for a first-round draft pick. It's gonna be a first
coach.
Huh?
Who make that call?
It does.
Sean Payton has more pull. You come to Denver and you hear everything. Sean Payton runs the fucking Denver Broncos right now.
Matt, isn't their GM still our former assistant GM?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I ain't worried about Sean Payton.
We're in desperation mode like we were when we lost Bridgewater.
Why are we in desperation mode? We don't
because
have
our cornerback room is depleted.
Right. But that's one area.
Right, but our quarterback
is a massive area.
Right.
That's most of the secondary fucking gone to shit. Cody, I'm with you. Fuck them. I'm with you. Let them migrate.
The Eagles knew they're like, oh, they're giving us a first round for Sam Bradford. Dude can only throw it for fucking 7 yards. Yeah, he's gonna complete 7 passes.
That's a terrible take. If Sam Bradford had worked out, it would have been an entirely different thing.
If my aunt had a dick,
you're like,
be my uncle.
Oh, here comes the Keenum stuff.
Yeah.
If Sam Bradford worked out, you wouldn't even be talking about it. You just got.
Wait a minute. Hypotheticals are not allowed in here because I just did that and got shit for it. So fuck that.
Because
did you do the same fucking ones, man?
I don't. I have to defend the same fucking ones, which means I'm receiving the shit. Fuck y'all.
Jack, I feel like you've been cut off like 3 times when you wanted to say something.
I saw the finger.
I just want to say this. The only way I hop with the Patrick Surtain trade is we got to see what we have in J.J. McCarthy. If he looks like he could be a top 10, top 5 quarterback in his second year, then we could go all in. But we still feel kind of iffy. I'm not willing to draft capital to go on a maybe. We need to be for certain on got J.J. McCarthy quarterback.
But let's say like we make this trade, but we have a contract agreement before, and we're going to sign him for 5 years. So it's like it doesn't matter. Like we already have that locked.
Roll Tide. Just sign him. Fuck it. I'm down.
Or that doesn't change your mind at all?
Keep his $30 million.
I mean, I don't think we're going to draft anybody that's going to make a bigger impact in the next 5 years than Patrick Surtain will.
Agreed.
Shaq's worried about throwing good money after bad right here.
All of a sudden, these guys are worried about money, but the whole fucking past year they were not.
I'm worried about the draft capital.
There is none.
Wait a minute. Wait, stop. Hold on. You of all people, and you fucking have this shit tattooed on your forehead. Fuck those picks. That's all I've ever fucking heard from you. I am miserly as fuck about that shit. But of all people, Shaq is like, fuck those picks.
I can't wait to timestamp that shit to Keith.
God,
I can't wait.
The sky
It's
is
like an hour
falling.
exactly.
Yeah, in 1 hour, Keith.
It's like the Michael Jordan, that picture, fuck them kids. You put Shaq there and it was fuck them picks.
That's all it was.
Just
That's
iconic.
all it was. He had no input. You had his picks. You had zero fucking input. None. Fuck those picks. Fuck those picks. Fuck those picks. Fuck those picks.
He got you there.
Oh, my third Corona, baby. This is going to be a great night.
Bro, Shaq, I love you, and you're smart as fuck, dude. But god damn, that was like trap card. Like you fucking just gave that shit freely.
Straight up Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
God,
we had another cornerback safety go on the PUP list. Doesn't really play the position, but he does play a position, and that's Najee Thompson. We know he went down with a knee injury. I haven't seen anything about the severity. Ronaldo, did you see anything today?
No, I haven't seen anything about the severity. I can say that the dude is a stud on special teams, though, no doubt. I do not know the severity.
Cody, how's this going to affect our special teams if Najee ends up being out for an extended period of time during the regular season?
We're going to suck even worse than we sucked last year.
No, it's contagious. It's contagious. I wear a mask.
Cody, by the way, guys, Cody's the one in the barge shoveling coal into the furnace, making this thing go.
He was the best part of our special teams last year, besides DePaula. Now he's gone. So this offseason sucks, man.
And I have a serious question now, and I don't know the answer to this, but Shearfield, I know he's a special teamer, but is he like just a return man, or is he like a gunner too?
Again, who? Who the fuck are these people?
I only seen him return punts on the Bills.
Bro, this is Viking fan stuff. Don't worry
Okay, never mind.
We're not talking about any guys from Alabama right now.
Okay. See, again.
I would say
I posted the fucking butt punt when you guys were both on here.
I say just throw Scene and Booth out there if they're already cut candidates and see what the fuck they can do.
Dude, Scene might make the team now.
He's making the team, brother.
God damn.
Do you know how happy Lincoln is right now?
He gets his jersey. I told him to sell that shit for
He ain't got to sell it no more.
If I had that jersey, I would say it's an old
rare.
Buddy Brisker.
Hey, if you're in a high school football team and you're trying to make the team, right, and you're fast, you have a little quickness to you, where are they going to put you to make the team? They're going to put you as a gunner.
They're going to put you a gunner.
Quarterback.
That's how we should probably treat this situation with Thompson.
That's
You want to make this team, you're playing special teams, you're going to be a gunner. Show me what you got.
Lewis Scene is our new gunner, bro.
He kind of has to at this point. I mean, motherfucker can't make the team on the field at all.
Yeah.
Our yards,
Well,
the yards per return for our competitors are going to go up.
Started. We're down 2. Today, Shaq Griffin goes down after making an interception. The man made a play, started running with the ball, and went down. What is going on? What is in the water of Minnetonka?
The Caleb curse.
It ain't Gatorade because it was a cramp.
I thought they were in Eden Prairie.
But
Yeah,
seriously, so Shaq Griffin went down. He went into the medical tent. The most encouraging news I heard was that he ended up walking to the locker room himself. But that's the same news we got about Blackman, and I told everybody, "Oh, don't worry about it."
Blackman limped.
They carried off. They didn't bring the card out. He was able to.
Our secondary's been cursed for about 20 years. Like just fucking freak ass injuries and shit.
Best
I
training.
just wish that we would have put him for. I just wish one of these guys would have been a first-round draft pick for us. That would have been the icing on the cake.
Why would you say that?
Wait for it.
Because
You just jinxed it. Wait for it. It's gonna happen.
We don't have a first-round draft pick cornerback.
We just.
Robbie.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. In all generalities.
Let's get weird. Let's get weird.
One of our two draft picks are going to go down.
What if Dylan Skol?
Holy shit.
Fish's hot take is going to be, this time when JJ goes down during training camp, he's going to go down for good.
No, we don't do that on Thursday.
Please let that happen.
No.
I remember Fish hot take from last year. Kirk was on a fake injury. This is during the offseason. And lo and behold, Kirk goes down.
Handing out turkeys. Look at me, hand out turkeys.
Hold on, Shaq. Don't forget about the hot take where I said something like JJ's going to go for about 1,400 yards because he's going to miss a few games. And y'all were upset with me when I made that take.
I'm not saying he can get 1,400 yards like you said he would, though.
It's because he missed more than a few games. If his ass would have come back when he could, he'd have got them 1,400.
You made me feel like he might miss some games, but everything's going to be okay because it wasn't okay.
Shit, after Kirk went down, it was over. I was like, fuck this season.
Wait, so did
Imagine
JJ
we would have had Case Keenum running off the fucking sideline, though.
Did JJ go down last year?
I would have went to the fucking
in
Super
training
Bowl.
camp.
Yeah.
Did JJ go down last year in training camp?
Oh, goddamn. I don't know.
But did he go down the?
Then I got a migraine.
Like the entire
I'll get the damn jersey, son.
He fell on his shoulder for a catch. He got hurt in 2000, his rookie year, or was that 2021?
What's Robbie doing? He knows we're all 6 feet away, right?
JJ McCarthy?
No,
Jefferson.
Robbie, the pandemic's over, buddy.
Shut your mouth, goddammit.
And we were like, oh shit.
I'm sure you got your 10th booster, Robbie. You're okay.
He said he hadn't been hurt since he got hurt last year.
Kirk?
I think that's
He's injured.
Say when he went down during he's gone down during training camp, had to leave practice. Jefferson.
He's been hurt. Like I've seen him limping and stuff, but he's never missed any time because of it.
Yeah. Maybe we need Jefferson since he didn't go down in training camp last year to go down this year, so that way he stays the whole season.
So we do actually have some good news on the injury front. So
that Caleb Evans isn't hurt.
Oh, that's fucking Robbie.
No.
Yes. Fucking peanut.
J-Mo right out the bottle, baby. Look at you, Dylan.
It was cool till he made the face.
Yeah.
You gotta hold that one in, buddy. You're on camera. You gotta hold that one in.
A little bit.
So the good news is Van Ginkel, or as some of us like to call him, Van Krinkle? Or is it Chris?
Gink.
What is it, Fish?
Gink.
Chris Kringle, Percival Pringle, Rip Van Winkle.
Gink.
So there was some worry about his injury from last year that he might not be ready for the start of the regular season, and some fans were upset, like, why do we go sign this injured guy? All crazy messed up. Well, he's supposed to be ready on Monday to be a full participant in padded practice.
That dude's a fucking beast. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about that motherfucker.
So,
that dude's a beast.
That's very prepared. That's a good thing that just came out, so a bad thing follows.
Hey.
I'm just saying. That is the ugliest
Cody, we call it
in the
Stan
world.
Machine. We give you a good thing, a bad thing, and then a good thing.
Do not worry about Ginkle.
This whole season's been a sandwich. It's a club sandwich.
I'm not worried about Ginkle at all, Robbie. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about him.
Damn, like his ugliness will persevere. Holy shit.
I'm not worried about it because we got Dallas fucking Turner.
Woo!
That's my boy.
Best USC fucker ever.
Who?
Fuck those picks.
I don't know if you guys also saw one of our top running backs, Dwayne McBride. He went on the NFI list. But,
Rest in peace, Dragos. Rest in peace, buddy.
No, stop.
Not for interview.
He's also expected back a full participant on Monday.
The practice squad will be glad to have him back.
Yeah, damn right. He can sign signatures.
They're players too. Okay, they matter.
No, they're not.
They're Vikings.
They're not.
Practice squad lives matter.
It's okay, Dalvin Cook will be a Viking again by week 2.
Oh my God!
When that happened,
his brother too.
I asked Cody and Fish about that bars they're talking about. We signed Dalvin Cook.
How many players on this team? Squad players on.
I'm tattooing the barge on Keith. He doesn't get to leave the barge this season.
I'll take a brand at that point.
He's like, I'm going back to the boat. Nah, pimp. You're coming right.
One more in a row, fish.
No. Don't worry.
Already left.
And a little bit more good news is TJ Hawkinson was also placed on the PUP list for training camp, but KOC came out and said that he's way ahead of schedule. Now, being on the PUP list means in order to get off, he has to pass a physical. If he's still on the PUP list at the start of the regular season, he has to miss at least 4 games. But there is a chance that he doesn't miss those 4 games if he can get off the PUP list before the regular season starts. Ain't that right, Shad?
Yeah, that's right. Depending on how severe it is, because they ain't gonna give us the context of how bad his knee's looking. So we only kind of go by what the coaches are saying because I'm pretty sure they're not watching him practice. I don't know if he's doing any practice drills that the media could see. So we kind of gotta go with what's being said from the coaches.
Yeah, fuck that. I want like an MRI release. I want to be able to fucking.
He has to pass the physical. He has to pass the physical to get off the PUP list.
Yeah, Are you going to be able to understand what the MRI says, though, Robbie?
What's our first?
Well, is that a leg bone? Oh, fuck it.
I think.
I got a question about that. What the hell does turning your head and coughing have to do with an ACL?
Well, that depends on how many arms are on your shoulders.
Oh, okay.
I think
you'll be just fine.
And you might not know this, Rob.
Give me those, man. They're too easy.
The typical time to recover from an ACL is 9 to 12 months. But is that from the time of the injury or the time of the surgery?
Surgery.
Because week 1 would be put in Hawk at 7 months.
He's also had knee injuries in the past as well, so that doesn't help.
No.
What's our
He's
first
useful.
4 games? Our first 4 games is the Giants.
I think he'll be ready. I think Hawkinson will be ready to start the season, but they're not going to put him out there until later in the year.
6 months, honestly, is if you have a fast rehab, a good team, you could be out there in 6 months. Problem is,
didn't they fire their strength trainer for all these fucking injuries last year? Like they fired whomever their dog straight. Like they're like, bro, we got too many fucking injuries. You're not doing your goddamn job. We're bouncing your ass. They might want to consider.
The other thing about he was playing with like broken ribs against the Saints.
He was. Yeah, that came out.
And you remember that thing where he was telling him to go down?
What broken ribs
had to
you
be
can't
the
do
play,
anything
right?
with. You can't have anything with a broken rib. There's no fucking surgery. There's no nothing for that. You just fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
So that's not like
that's a hell of a thing to deal with, right?
Broken ribs. There's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing.
I get that. But playing football probably isn't ideal.
Why not? It can't get fucking worse.
It could hurt, Robbie.
You can't get
puncture a lung.
Get those bitches out there. Fucking.
Well, no.
Yeah, but Robbie, how does the finest Peruvian HGH help on that knee recovery?
just give them whatever they're giving LeBron James.
Exactly, and the platelet replacement, man. I mean, look, if anybody's that took some time this summer to go get his knee fixed in another country, it was Hawk, right? He's going to be playing, guys.
That's why he took the extra time.
You got it.
He was down in Tijuana in some back
he was getting that stem cell.
Yeah.
They did knock off $10 because he paid in cash.
Who's our first 4? Is it the Giants? I know the Niners are in there.
Giants,
Texans, and
Giants,
Packers.
Niners, Jets, Packers.
You said Giants, Niners, Packers.
Jets are in there
Texans.
somewhere. In the
Jets are
Texans,
5.
Yeah.
No, just the first 4, because I'm like wanting to know because I
gave you fucking 5. God damn it.
Well, no, it's because I'm trying to correlate it to like when Hawk could come back. So it's like
the Giants. So it's
is it better like
Giants?
Go ahead, Cody. Tell them about the bye.
Giants, San Francisco, Texans, Packers, first 4.
What was the third one? Sorry,
Texans.
Okay.
I mean,
if we can make it out 2 and 2,
we can play the Lions,
bro. We ain't making it out
2 and 2, baby.
If we make it out 2 and 2, we'll be all right.
How about I tell you this? We're gonna make it out there 4-0. How about
you embrace that positive attitude, sir.
Yeah, fuck them
all the
picks.
alcohol you fucking want.
Shaq, you will be the last and final person to board the barge, and we will be welcoming you with open arms. Hey guys, let's have a little more good news. The Vikings signed Christian Darrisaw to a 4-year contract extension, 4 years, $113 million, 77 guaranteed, averages out to 28 and a quarter per year. To give you an example, Penei Sewell signed $28 million per year, so Christian Darrisaw is the highest paid tackle in the league currently, and the highest paid offensive lineman in history. So they exercised his 5th-year option back in April. So we've got him for 6 more seasons. This is what, his 4th year, and then his 5th-year option, and then his 4-year extension. So we've got our left tackle signed, guys. And let me see here. Let me look into the whites of your eyes. Dylan, how you feeling about this?
That's too much money. I'm just kidding. No, it's awesome, man. Like it's awesome. I feel like for a long time we were searching for a left tackle, and when he was in the draft, he was kind of being compared to Trent Williams. So I mean, shit. I mean, you can't complain about a player of that caliber, being on your offensive line. So yeah, man, I'm hoping I'm hoping he's a guy that retires Viking and is with us for a long time.
Would be nice to be locked in at one of the most important positions in football, wouldn't it, Trevor?
If he stays healthy.
With a young quarterback too.
That's a good question, Trevor.
I love the signing. The contract details are pretty nice. The only thing I worry about is the injuries. That's it. I mean, other than that, we got a fucking stud at the left side.
You only have to play Parsons once every 2 years. So.
Or in the playoffs.
You still got to play who?
Parsons once every 2 years. Or
Dallas is in a whole load of shit, having to pay all those Dak,
CeeDee Lamb, Dak, and Parsons.
And Parsons, yeah, they're fucked. They're so fucked.
Their problem is
Dak Wilson is looking. Dak Prescott's looking for $60 million fucking dollars. That's nuts. Good luck.
And you've been paid once.
But more importantly, Robbie, how do you feel about the fact that Christian Darrisaw played at Virginia?
The O-line bores the fuck out of me. I'd rather drool in my nuts. So I don't give a shit.
Okay, well, you can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. So drool on your nuts and tell us.
It's a fucking candy bar, sir.
And tell us about how you feel about the fact that he played college at Virginia.
I think that's a very well-rounded school, and I hope that he got his friggin' ROTC from there as well. So he has backup plan and a VA loan. There.
Excellent opinion. Leonard, how you feeling about this thing, man?
Well, first off, he went to Virginia Tech, so it's not the same school you're thinking of. But I mean, it's our left tackle. I mean, you're going to pay it. I think it's a little overpaid for it, but it is what it is. By the time that contract starts to be valid, he's going to be like 5th to 10th on the highest paid tackle list anyway. So it'll be a moot point, I think. But yeah, health is always a big thing, and just continuing to get better. I know it just seems like sometimes he just has bad games, and to be paid like that, those should be extremely few and far between. So.
And Fish, I think the best part about it is how we fleeced everybody and still got him where we did in the draft. That's the best part.
That's right. We traded back from 12 to 27.
Yeah,
23.
Or 23. Yeah,
Spielman that.
Yeah, it was Spielman. But it was
Slick
14
Rick,
to
baby.
23.
Slick motherfucking Rick.
Big.
So Shaq, you still want to call him Crime Dog Shaq, or is that just a Kirkism and it went out the door with Kirk left?
I think it went out the door with Kirk left because he was probably the only one who knew who Crime Dog was. All the players on the team right now, like, who?
Damn millennial, we're Gen Z.
Who is this guy?
A waste of fucking life.
I love the signing of Christian Darrisaw because we got ahead of these teams. We're gonna have who's gonna have to pay their left tackles, who probably is better than Christian Darrisaw. You got the Chargers, who's gonna have to play with Sean Slater. He's gonna get more than Christian Darrisaw. and then you're gonna have who was the other team? I can't think of the other team. I think the Lions already signed Penny Sewell.
Yep.
So Penny Sewell, Darrisaw is getting around the same amount of money. There was another tackle that slipped my mind who's going to get paid more than Christian Darrisaw. But other than that, by the time we really get to most of his money, we're already going to establish if we have a great team or we're going to be fucked. So we won't feel the effects of it in the first 2 years of the contract because he's still kind of playing on his deal. We're give him the extension now rather than giving him the extension later, and it's going to cost us more money in the end because contracts will go down, they go up. And we're hoping he could, be at least a top 6 tackle because at the end of the day, the top 6 tackles are going to get paid $28-30 million.
Well, if there's a position that we're going to open up the checkbook for, this one I'm on board with. Cody, what you got?
I love the signing of the left tackle, especially with JJ McCarthy. If he does eventually, hopefully, start this team, that you have something that can take the lockdown, that blind side for him the whole time. You team up with Jefferson already signed and Hawkinson signed. My biggest worry. I mean, I like we spent the money on the left tackle, right? What is he going to make in year 3 and 4? The same year JJ makes most of his money. Like, is it how much percent of the cap is that going to take away?
Ronaldo, you've been kind of sitting there percolating, and I feel like there's some wise, just anecdotal punch in the gut about to come our way.
Well, yeah, I think it's a good time for a no-see think, right? So let me try a no-see think here because there are things that I know, there's things that I see, and there are things that I think. Let me start with the no. What we're watching right now is with this signing is that we're putting people in place at the cornerstones of the team. It's like a baseball team building up the center. This team is building up its cornerstones, right? And as far as the dollar amounts go, look, man, these are very manageable hits over the course. To answer your questions, Cody, and some other people over the course of the next 4 years, we're at $6.4 million to the cap, $10.4 million to the cap, and then it goes up to $23 million on a contract that averages $28 million. So for 4 years, we open up a window. We have a window with JJ. We have a window with Hawk. We have a window all the way around with a lot of different players. Dallas Turner's on a rookie contract. JJ McCarthy's on a rookie contract. This team is legitimately what they're doing. And here's what I see. They have a path to a Super Bowl in the next 4 years. And you guys, we can laugh at that. If we sit here and we talk about, and we all buy into, I love talking about, hey, just one before we die. We're putting ourselves in position for just one before we die. We're putting ourselves in a position to make that happen. To Shaq's point, we do have to have the quarterback come through. That's the last piece of this puzzle. But we have all the cap space we need. We have a 3 to 4 year window. Here's what I think. We're gonna sign our coaches too. They're going to be signed through that 27 year. There's no doubt about it. They're going to get a 2 year extension. I think they could still get a 2 year extension right now. So all this stuff we're talking about in this little window of 2024, guys, it don't matter if we're 5-12 or 12-5. The window is 25, 26, 27. We have cap space. We have cornerstones. This team is built to win, and we should all be totally excited about where we're going with this team. Let's roll, baby.
We should have to ask
Trevor.
Yeah, 7-10.
We should. Everyone say this real quick. Can I say this real quick? We should have to ask how much pressure is JJ McCarthy going to be put on him, knowing that he's the final piece.
So
I think he's setting him up to not feel that.
Yeah, I built the team. These are your pieces. So here's a little reference. Penny Sewell, $28.5 million per year. Jordan Mailata, $22 million with the Eagles. Andrew Thomas, $23.5. Jawan Taylor, $20. And Trevor, here's the question I have for you. If you kind of look at it like this, where over the span of the next 6 years with his 4th year, his 5th year option, and then the 4-year extension, if you take the $131.5 million that we owe him over the course of 6 years, it actually averages over the next 6 years to be about $22.5 million. Does that make this a better pill to swallow?
Oh yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't have an issue with this signing at all. I think this is. Was I on mute the whole time?
No, you're good.
Would it make a difference?
No, not at all. I mean, I think I was like, I thought I said, but maybe I didn't. No, I think this pill was a perfect thing to swallow. Everything that we've had this year, all the signings. I mean, Raleigh hit it on the head. I mean, these coaches, as much as people bitched about them, I think they have the setup. They have a setup for success for 5 years. It's just their jobs are now gonna be on what McCarthy does when he starts. So, but to your question, no. This pill was I could have taken this pill without water.
Okay, and Robbie, I know that you don't like talking about offensive linemen, but I feel like if I ask you this question, you are the one that is most likely to give me the most gutty, honest answer on this. The guy hasn't had any All-Pros. He hasn't been to any Pro Bowls. Does he deserve to be the highest paid offensive lineman in the league?
I will give you some ultimate input that'll blow your mind away. I do. And that's it.
It's irrefutable now.
There you go.
No.
Hey, boys, I got to go put kids to bed. I love all you. I'll see you next
Skol,
week.
buddy.
Be good, man.
Skol, baby.
Drink that bourbon beer.
I was gonna say
Hey,
one
knows what I'm talking
about.
Robbie, you got to give me a little more than that. I was
Absolutely
expecting a
not.
bit more of a fight from you.
No, I need to back up a second, sir. I think of these assholes trying to trigger me on some shit, and the rest of the lemmings are falling off the JJ cliff. You fuck twats just need to fuck it. I'll jump on board. You're right. Never mind.
I wasn't trying to lead you on. I figured if I would have asked any of these other guys, they'd have been like, hell yeah, rah. But I figured if anybody was going to say,
end of the team credits, you gotta watch it. Okay. All right. No.
I think
now would be a great time for a Deadpool spoiler, Rob.
I just said stay for the entire film. Is all I'm saying.
I don't think he deserves it, but I get why he gets it because it's the way that things are, and I hate it that the things are the way they are.
I'll buy that one.
It's always the next man up gets paid no matter what. And that's why Joe Flacco at one point ended up being the highest paid quarterback because he was the next. It's bullshit. It's okay. You're the next one. So what? Bro, prove it. Earn your money. And I'm not saying Darrisaw sucks. Darrisaw's a very good tackle and deserves to be paid very well. I'm actually less upset about this contract than the JJ contract, to be honest, because I feel it's a more valuable position. But still, he hasn't done anything that shows even a top 5 tackle. Yeah.
Are you talking Flacco now or Flacco then? Because Flacco
then wasn't that great.
Well, no, I'm sorry. When you win a Super Bowl, you kind of get the spotlight.
He had a 4-game stretch where he played really well.
Hold that thought. There's another certain quarterback that had a 4-game stretch that played very well, and everybody embellished and loved them. And we seem to have drafted them.
Ooh.
McCarthy had a good 4-game stretch as well.
It's in college.
Oh,
Robbieism.
Stand corrected. I fucking stand corrected. It's in college. Never mind.
I
Logic is totally fucking different. Vastly different.
Wait, is this true?
Stand corrected. Jesus Christ, you fucking hypocrites are killing me. God damn.
What's up, Dylan? What were you aiming to get in on?
No, you're good. I just was gonna say I agree with Keith that I'm not about the contract because of just the inevitable situation that the guy gets paid, which it is really stupid that that's kind of how things are. But then just looking into the future, and kind of it waters down a little bit, to where it's we make money, contract doesn't seem that bad. I mean, he's nowhere near the best tackle in the league, but I mean, he's trending upwards. He's obviously not trending downwards, and he's young, so I get it.
I still have a problem with him being more than Trent Williams.
You said what?
We're paying for potential. I don't like that, and we're doing it because we have to.
Well, can you name 5 left tackles better than him?
Trent Williams.
I can't name 5 left tackles, period.
Thank
Cody,
you. They're
go
fucking
ahead,
boring.
Cody.
No shit.
That's fair.
Cody, go ahead.
I would say you got Trent Williams, the Maya.
Well, now you're done.
The Maya guy played out.
Family Feud.
Penny Sewell is a left tackle at the start. They just have him at right tackle because there's a
You
better
make up names. I'm gonna count it. Fuck it.
in there. So Taylor Decker probably be another one. You can even
Shamail Belief. Don't forget Shamail Belief. He's pretty good.
But
Oh my gosh.
I do.
We're good.
Darrisaw deserves every penny of his contract. I think.
Love that Shamail Belief.
What
I
makes
think
him worth every penny of this contract, Cody?
Because the way the way we're setting our team up, like Aldi says, for the future, right? And we're kind of doing what the Rams did. We're paying these pillars, major pillar spots, right? And if the rookie quarterback or that guy, like let's say Jared Goff, doesn't come through for us, what can we do to ensure that we are Super Bowl contenders? We can go get ourselves like a Matthew Stafford and come over.
Correct.
Or an Aaron Rodgers.
I was just about to say.
I just find it hard to believe that Christian Darrisaw is the highest paid offensive lineman in history and hasn't even made a Pro Bowl. And I know the Pro Bowl's a fucking joke.
Wait, whoa. I thought he did.
That's a baseline.
Hey, he won't be the highest paid because Trent Williams right now is sitting out of training camp. So
I thought Darrisaw did. He hasn't gone to one Pro Bowl.
No.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, I thought he did. Oh shit. That's
This is what I was expecting from Robbie.
Fuck that.
I know. Even when you told him no Pro Bowl in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It didn't register.
Forgive me. It is like a holiday in here when I'm incorrect or wrong or both or a combination of the same thing.
Holidays like every day. Then.
Yeah.
No shit. Holiday.
I was just trying to serve you up with some good meat, Robbie.
Sir, that offensive line is my favorite.
Robbie likes to be served up with good meat.
I mean,
on the side too.
The all pros from the last couple of years and the Pro Bowls have been all the same tackles. It's not like they've been new tackles. So it's not like a lot of these tackles.
It's kind of like you're saying something like that we can't fact check on and it could be wrong.
Go fact check it then. I already did the homework.
He's right. Let's move on. It's the old line. Nobody cares.
But okay, and let's go with that you're right.
He's right. Good job,
one of the
Shaq.
best tackles. So why is he paid like the best in the history? Because he can't even make it over those guys. He didn't elevate over those guys. Why is he getting paid more than them?
Because
Trent Williams is sitting out right now. He's like, this guy didn't pay that.
Traded to the 49ers, he had got paid already. All these tackles who already got all pros got paid already. Then they got the all pros. And then, like you said before, it's next man up. They increased the cap. They increased the contract.
I'm gonna go ahead and bet that there's never been an offensive tackle that was the highest paid offensive tackle and never even made a Pro Bowl.
Fuck a Pro Bowl.
No, don't fuck a Pro Bowl. Don't fuck up my standards. All right.
Tyler Huntley is a Pro Bowler.
Right. Christian Darrisaw's not.
That should tell you.
You know what? That should be on your resume to get paid. You make the fucking Pro Bowl. I'm fucking sorry. Like that.
That's the other way around, though.
It is.
It's the other way around. Shaq's right. You get paid, you make the Pro Bowl. It's not you make the Pro Bowl, you get paid. That's the way it used to be in the 80s.
Thank you. That when football was still fucking football. That's more my mentality. It's like if you make the Pro Bowl, that goes on your resume.
If you listen to everything I said, Rinaldi, it wasn't all about Darrisaw. And I know I said it wrong again. It wasn't all about Darrisaw. I hate the whole culture and the way that things are, that everybody's automatically the next man up is paid the most. If you're just one of the good players, you're automatically getting paid the most. Because he is good. I'd say he's a little better than good. But he's not the greatest ever to be on the offensive line. He's not even the greatest in the league now.
How do you not pay on prospect, though? You have to. Like the guy, how do you not pay on prospect? That's your point.
Who pays on that? It should be paid on merit, not prospect. Like you said, that was how it used to be. It was merit.
Well, wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with what he's done. His body of work isn't bad. There's another thing that you can use as a standard. His body of work, and no one loves it, but it's the best we got.
I would say more players that got the bag
ended up
busting after than actually being worth the bag they got.
Let me finish. If you were going to rate the top five tackles, how would you do it? You'd have to go to PFF, not the fucking Pro Bowl. I'm sorry.
Optics. How many times they let their players?
You're right. PFF, like we go back and forth on it, and I have a love-hate with it. But when it comes like the offensive lineman, it's probably the best tool that we have.
Correct. It's the only tool we have. So he's done that. You know he's got a body of work that makes sense. You know he's got the size. You know you've had him for 4 years on your team. You know what kind of a guy he is, and you know it is 3 years. You know what his potential is going to be, right?
Yeah,
and you have to
get blasted by elite edges.
You have to project the potential, and paying on a projected potential is what you always do. You don't want to overpay for a 30-year-old guy that's had a great 6 years. You want to pay for a guy that's going to have the next great 5 years, and that's what they did. How do you have a problem with that? I don't get it. I don't know what else.
77 million guaranteed.
I'll say this, David. The reason I don't have a problem with Darrisaw first and foremost, but on the concept, I have a problem because Chris Johnson ruined it for me.
How's that, Chris Johnson?
Because Chris Johnson had a 2,000-yard season, then he got the bag, and then he did nothing, and I was just like, come on, But so now I'm skeptical.
But it's smart. Like, we're a team that's like, we've been like kind of rebuilding the past couple of years, and we're still kind of in there, kind of in the stage. Like, we have 3 of the top paid players at their position. I think Hawkinson just got leaped by Kelsey, fine, whatever. But we made him the highest paid tight end. We made JJ the highest paid wide receiver. We made Darrisaw the highest paid tackle. I hope that those 3 players are enough to win a Super Bowl.
You got to look at it like this way too. Like, are you willing to let him walk?
I'm gonna give you a chance for now,
or pay him now. Would you let him walk or pay him now? Because
highest paid does not equal the best. Highest paid does not equate to the best. We know that. That's not a metric.
Which is unfortunate.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that I don't like that it's not that way.
It never will be. Unfortunately, I understand that. But see, that's merit. What you're talking about is merit. And what Ronaldo said is like the opposite, projection. It's sadly, it is more like what he said in the more like the perceptions reality bullshit. Instead of like, all right, this is what you've done. You've hit the Pro Bowl, blah, blah, blah. You've rushed for 1,500 yards, blah, blah, blah. Here's your raise because you earn it because you're the fucking badass bitch. Done. It's sadly, I hate to say, it's not like that. Well, for JJ, it was. JJ got the bag because of merit.
Mm-hmm.
JJ's also 26. He's not 30.
I'm saying that's an outlier.
They all have under 10 sacks allowed.
Well, see, an offensive line does have a metric, believe it or not. Like just as fans, use our optics. How many times do we bitch at them for holding calls? How many times do they let their players, their fucking whomever their assignment is, get to the quarterback? The run scheme, and more importantly, did the fucking defensive lineman put them on their ass? Optics. I'm saying most of those are, of course, subjective categories, but I'm just saying we can say like, God damn, he's just fucking shutting that guy down, or he got ran the fuck over, or God damn, he can't do his job. Another holding call. As fans, we notice that shit.
I don't know how many more times I can say this because I don't think anybody believes it, but the way that this team is getting structured, they're opening up a window. It's not that he's the highest paid player in 2024. He's the highest paid player in 2027, 28, 29. I understand that he's the highest paid player now, but his cap hit is $6 million. It's your premise, Keith, is that he's preventing us from getting other people, which is complete garbage. He's got a $6 million cap hit. He's got a $7 million, an $8 million cap.
He has a $6 million cap hit while we're not a Super Bowl team, Ronaldo. When we're about to be a Super Bowl team, he is not going to be a $6 million
hit. The window is open this year, next year, the following year, and then we're going to get whacked. I completely agree that in 2027 we're going to have a cap problem. There's no doubt about that. But in the next 3 years, we're not going to have a cap problem because we signed Christian Darrisaw. Yeah, that's the part of it I don't get how you're going that way. We have
draft picks. We won't have draft picks either. That's what we won't have.
I don't know how you can say that. We have all the cap room in the next 3 years, and it has nothing to do with signing Darrisaw. We're going to have an open window. We're going to sign free agents.
We're assuming that our window's open right now, and I think we all agree we're not a Super Bowl team. So how many years of a
right now? I said 25,
have a 1-year window?
25, 26, 27.
That's not a
25, 26, 27. 25, 26, 27. 25, 26, 27. Not 24. 25, 26, 27.
Hey, Ronaldo, hold on.
So we're a 5-win team
Can you
now,
say that
but
again?
next year we're in the Super Bowl window. Got it.
Yeah.
Fucking got it.
How long do you think it? So we're gonna go back to the Cody's 5 to 8 year window. That's how it's gonna be. It's 5 to 8 years. When the average guy in the NFL plays 3 years, get out of here, man. You're out of your mind.
I say the last couple All-Pro left tackles was Trent Williams. Trent Williams. The last 3 years, he was the first team All-Pro left tackle.
Okay.
I think you're misconstruing my 5 to 8. 5 to 8, we're in a Super Bowl.
God damn. Really? Shit.
3 to 5, we're in the playoffs.
There won't be 3 guys on the team in 8 years. That's on the team right now.
JJ McCarthy?
Shut your fucking. No, you won't.
So I think what Cody's trying to say then, David, is this roster sucks. We just need to blow it up.
Yeah, pretty much.
The roster sucks this year, for sure, 100%.
Oh,
How many guys from 8 years ago are on the roster now? How about that? How about 5 years ago?
Hot take, David. There's going to be 4 people on the team.
Hot take, they're all going to be on this fucking team for 5 years
7.5?
because we paid them so much money we couldn't afford to get anybody else, and we're stuck with them.
No, we're not.
The Niners and
They're
Chiefs
both
are
every
they're on a 5 to 8 year fucking
Lions.
roll.
Lions have a nasty window open.
When the Niners miss the playoffs this year, we'll see the cautionary tale come to life.
Of course, but they went to 2 Super Bowls. They just lost it.
Yeah, I mean, they made it. They just didn't win it.
Yeah, Robbie brought a good point. The Lions are.
That's the team.
I just wish we weren't in the same window or heading in the same window as the Lions either.
Thank you. Somebody else jumping on board with that. That's what we need to fucking look at. That's the fucking measuring stick. Like, everybody's worried about this and that. Like, we need to catch those motherfuckers to win the goddamn division first. Worrying about Super Bowls and shit. Fucking
I don't know. Giants
keep us out of the goddamn playoffs.
They weren't worried about the division.
Didn't we just win the division 2 years ago?
And yeah, and the fucking Lions started drafting correctly in 2022. And now look at them.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you this right now, Robbie. Every time we've won the fucking division, we've never won the fucking Super Bowl.
Hey,
I don't want to win a
our
division.
best players on this team are Rick Spielman players.
Keith, you decided some shit that mine is. Hold on. Most of us were not alive for.
No, that was when you first entered.
Most of us were not alive for that shit.
Actually, Alex, they traded 1 star, got a pretty good replacement, and drafted like fire for 2 or 3 drafts.
They have been one of the best drafting teams the past 3 years, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The Lions, some asshole, some piece of shit disagreed with that. The Lions have drafted the last 2 fucking drafts the best I've ever fucking seen in ever.
The last 3.
And what's funny is they just got
I
a
just want to
GM
get
2 years ago.
but it
Weird,
was
right?
Cody's correct.
The last 3. 21 when they got a Monroe St. Brown and we
I
decided
forgot about that.
I don't like talking about that.
Jazz Surratt and
The fucking Lions are built.
That St. Brown broke my heart so bad because I wanted.
The Lions got 2 more
And
years
not only
before they
did we
start
not
to have
get him,
problems.
Last year was just as good, and 2022 was the fucking grand slam. Gibbs, Branch, Laporta, fucking done.
23.
I'm not even talking about that. But we got Addison. Though. Yay.
Okay. We're getting off track here. Another cool thing happened this week. Like, we talked about all the bad. We signed Christian Darrisaw. We thought it couldn't get any better. But then we bring back Duke Shelley.
Who?
Ode to Joy music. Where's the Ode to Joy sound clip?
That'll work, actually. We don't do that here, bitch. That's your other job.
There you go.
Hey, for the TikTok, say Shelly. Sound.
Richard DeMore, everybody. He just outed himself and no one fucking caught it.
David with the dance, baby. One of them doing the shoulders up.
Yes.
Hey, I don't care. At this point, with Duke Shelley coming over, I really don't care. Bring every single cornerback that you can that is a free agent into this group.
Yeah, give a job application. Fuck it.
To see what sticks to the wall. right?
I just want to ask you guys all one question real quick, and we're going to get off of Duke Shelley because we've already kind of talked about him.
Who?
Fish, is Duke Shelley going to make this roster?
Absolutely. Do I think he's going to start off front? Nope. I think he'll be a depth piece, and then he'll get some play time, and he'll do okay.
I hope not, but it terrifies me. I think he's gonna.
Cody.
I'm same with Ronaldo.
Shaq, is Duke Shelley making this roster?
Nah.
Robbie?
I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but I'm always Shaq on this one. No.
He was our star cornerback in 2022 when we won 13 games. And you don't remember him?
No.
We don't beat Buffalo without him. Everybody thinks
we don't beat Buffalo without him.
Everybody thinks it's a JJ catch. It wasn't. Okay?
Did Patrick Peterson not catch the game winning?
Did Josh Allen not fumble in the end zone? Like that might have.
Did Duke Shelley not pass defense and deflect the pass in the end zone from the Bills?
Did Dalvin Cook not have a 90-yard run?
But it wasn't. Yes, he did do that.
Our defense,
yes,
our
Patrick
defense
got
was
the
so
interception.
Our defense was so bad that Duke Shelley shined.
And we were actually upset that we did not re-sign him, and the Raiders signed him, and we were so mad. And we have to play the Raiders, and he's going to show us when we play him. And he got cut in the preseason.
That's how bad the defense was. All right, next one.
So by that logic, he'll start for us.
Possibly.
Because let me tell you something, we're heading towards Raiders land.
Watch his highlights or whatever you want to call them on YouTube, his videos on YouTube. I'm not even going to call them highlights. But every single play, it looked like pass interference to me. Could have been called. And you see after he makes a play, he kind of
he's looking for the flag.
It's true.
You know what it is? He's so short that the ref couldn't see it. Like he was out of the strike.
I'm not mad at it. Use what you got to your advantage.
Use the tools God gives you, man.
I'm surprised at 5'10" he can make a football team. That's what I'm surprised at. As
It is shocking.
Hey, Spud Webb could dunk, Cody. Learn your lesson, dude.
So for the 5, whoa, jump up to 6. For the 6 people who are here right now, are you guys excited that we finally locked up our first round draft picks in JJ McCarthy and Dallas Turner? 2 of the last first rounders to get signed. And both of them signed contracts that were nearly identical to the players picked at their position, like 10 and 18. Identical. The contracts are identical. They're off by a few $100,000. What the hell was the holdup?
Go ahead, Rinaldi.
It's how we roll, baby. That's kind of like I told you last week when I did a good note. Think. That's how we roll, man. It's what we do. It's what you should expect next year. It's what we should expect the following year. We shouldn't be worried about anybody not signing until the camp starts.
I'm going to be honest. I wasn't ever worried about them not signing, but I'm wondering why it took to hour 24 to sign.
Because we wait until camp to do it. We go in with some good stuff. We put them up in front of the screen. They don't do it until they get there. They give them their time off.
I'm going to have to fact check this.
They do it every year.
So JJ didn't get signed his rookie year until camp?
2020 was a different year. Don't go JJ.
Come on, man. The first one I say it's a different year.
It was a fucking COVID year. What do you want? He wouldn't even go to
Adrian Peterson didn't get signed to training camp?
Yeah, you watch. Go look it up.
I will.
The owners want to collect that dividends as much as possible to the last fucking second. That's all that shit is. The longer I hold on to that money, the more dividends I get.
And they're the last 2 to be signed.
All right. So, like I said, the owners want that the percentage dividends. That's whatever sitting in their bank accounts as long as possible.
I was waiting for Ronaldo to say it's because we wanted to give JJ 3 weeks of celebration.
They said it. I didn't say it.
I was waiting for you to say it.
That's a very
fucking say it. They did.
There's a lot of shit going on in this all season too. So
it evidently still is, and we have fucking 5 more weeks. Whatever, 8 more weeks of this shit. Somebody's gonna step on a fucking landmine in the middle of the field or some shit. Something.
No, Caleb Evans is digging holes out there. He's making sure he's making it.
There's the fucking landmine. That's your that's your next fucking the whole show of what's next. What possible fucking black damn Friday can happen?
Shut your dirty mouth.
Well, Caleb Evans.
No.
Caleb Evans is super mad right now.
Harbinger
playing with the ones.
Cody is the harbinger, but you don't need to inspire him to harbinge.
I'm proud of him. He's been negative lately. I'm very proud of him. So
Very negative.
Keep up with that shit. He's been realistic. I'm sorry, not negative. You've been fucking realistic.
Well, finally, chance to Kirk Cousins and everybody goes negative. Disappointing.
We have not needed to speak of that man in about fucking 4 months, and I'm fine with that.
What was that Caleb Evans news you sent me, Keith? You sent the group.
What was that? Sorry, what was it?
The Caleb Evans news. He hasn't been with the ones or starters this whole
So
training
yesterday, after Blackman went down, Caleb Evans still wasn't out there with the ones.
Woo! She's still hot. She's a little warm, maybe. We're throwing it back in the oven.
Go Raiders.
I gotta let him have it. It's my coworker. He watches the show. He supports. Gotta let him have it.
And we appreciate him for doing so.
You have two very good players.
Hey, he came up to me at work today and said, "Hey, it's Let's Skol Day." Can't be mad at Go Raiders for today.
Best running back of all time, Bo Jackson. I will give that. All time. I'll defend that. No, it's Barry Sanders, but Bo Jackson.
Best wide receiver all time.
Bo Jackson second. And you had Tim Brown too, so they had a few good players.
Jerry
and
Rice.
the Super Bowl.
Being Bo Jackson on Super Tecmo Bowl.
Oh, bro, don't get me fucking. That was
Tecmo
out
Bowl.
loud. In our home, that shit was out loud. You could not be the Raiders. Fuck that.
Marcus Allen. On Tecmo Bowl, you could run from 1 yard line to the 1 yard line to the 1 yard
Bo Jackson,
line to the 1 yard line.
Barry Sanders was nasty too, but Bo Jackson was fucking worse. God damn.
You ever played
Marcus
Bo Jackson, man?
I mean, that's probably why he got hurt. Like, that was karma for how good they made him on Tecmo Bowl.
He hurt his hip.
Running out of bounds.
I saw. No, he wasn't running out of bounds.
That's all.
He got dragged down from behind.
His final fucking injury was him just running out of fucking bounds. That's
his hip injury was not running out of bounds. He got ran
really
down.
He got dragged down.
He got dragged down.
Let's put a pin in that before everybody starts Googling that shit up their ass.
I thought it was like a degenerative thing that was like a DNA
God
thing.
damn, fucking.
No, it busted his hip and it busted the blood flow to his hip. So
right, I remember the blood flow thing. I thought it was
I
degenerative.
remember I was actually watching that game. I saw it when it happened, and I saw his hip bone
I was
pop
on the
back,
fucking
and I was like,
sidelines
"Ooh,
when
that
that
looks
shit
bad."
happened. No, I wasn't.
Well, your buddy is getting a lot of good Raiders talk too, so might change this to a different name.
Well, when you lose Sidney Crosby, you know.
I'm watching it right now. He was on the sideline, but not going out of bounds, dragged down against the Bengals, and dislocated his hip.
Did Bo Jackson ever run out of bounds? Ever?
No.
Not in Tecmo Bowl.
There was no reason for him to run out of bounds. He was ahead of everybody. They got him from behind, and they pulled him down.
Yeah.
In today's NFL, there'd be a penalty against that.
Wasn't Bo Jackson's best play blowing up Brian Bosworth?
It's his most memorable.
Yeah,
but his best play was probably when he ran right out of the stadium.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Seattle. No,
Just kept running right down the ramp, man.
Oh, Seattle when they're part of the AFC, Seattle.
Ooh, look at that inside linebackers. I don't see it, Keith.
Oh.
There's not a lot to see, Fish.
F. God damn.
I don't know if it's an F, but up top we have
No.
our current inside
No.
linebackers, and then we have down below I put down who our four were that we kept last year. And do you think that we can make a better four this year?
Yes.
I mean, really, we got to keep Oswald maybe and Pace, and then can we get better than Hicks and Dye?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and say you're assuming Cashman over Hicks.
Jackie dumb.
But who's replacing the great Troy Dye?
Who? God, now
Literally great
Who?
Troy Dye.
Should have been Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I'm looking up his jersey right now.
They're probably drafting the same round.
Man, I forgot we got Dallas Gant. He's just slow and lumbering.
Who?
Yeah, he is.
Who?
Dallas Gant. You remember him, Shaq. Don't act like you don't remember him.
Dallas Gant as your player, like to make the team, your UDFA. He's like,
What was our grade last year for this group?
we didn't grade him.
Wait, It was low because we didn't think Pace would ball out, but that motherfucker was like, Pace is a damn gem. It's like Pace is like an A++, and then everybody else is like, who? The fuck?
So let me ask you guys this. Seeing that last year we kept 4 inside linebackers, Cashman and Pace Jr., they're locks. They're the starters. Is Asamoah in trouble? Or not really?
Yes, because just because of his fucking name alone, none of us can agree on how to pronounce the shit. We need to get rid of that.
Asamoah. There's no agreeing. He said it himself.
Then you, sure.
But we're still not going to agree, Robbie, okay?
Asamoah?
So, like, I guess it's kind of hard to predict because after those 3 on the left, we have 3 rookies, and I believe they're all UDFAs.
Yep, we didn't draft any of those.
So we got 3 UDFAs, and we got a 30-year-old free agent.
So I think Cody had brought it up earlier. We also signed Jabril Cox
today.
He played for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Jabril Cox in Dallas.
Yeah, that was such a big signing. It made me want to go rush and fix this PowerPoint.
You gotta be better on your game, Keith.
Look at these names. Look at these names on the right.
Right, and I could add Jabril Cox to this, and we'd be just as impressed.
I know Jabril Cox more than I know Camus.
I know. I think you're thinking of like a different Jabril, and like you're just kind of mixing it in there with Jabril Cox.
No,
you say you Jabril Peppers.
I know Jabril Peppers from Michigan, and I know Jabril Cox from LSU.
Yeah, that's. I think
Where do you know Jabril Cox for in the NFL, though?
Jabril Cox came from Baylor.
So you don't know him from LSU?
I think he went to LSU.
He went to Baylor.
Told you, different Jabril.
Oh no, he went to North Dakota State. My bad. Wrong colors, same colors.
Oh wow, Robbie, what do you think about
Even
that?
worse. Bro,
Oh, and he did.
Shaq. Let me put some water on this bitch. Jabril Cox and Robbie will love this. In 3 years, Jabril Cox has a total of 10 tackles. 10 tackles.
God damn, we picked some good ones. At least Gantz from Ohio State.
No tackle loss, no fumble recovery, no interception.
He's been hurt.
Jabril Cox did play for LSU.
He played.
Yeah, he did play for
for
LSU.
Dallas and 1 year for Washington. I think you're thinking of a different Jabril. I think you should just take that. I'm throwing you a lifeline here. You're like, oh,
Jabril Cox, LSU, drafted in 2021 by the Dallas Cowboys.
He was on the 2020 National Championship squad. He was supposed to be like an Isaiah Simmons, and whoever the other Clemson middle linebacker was. Like he should be a safety, but plays down in the box as linebacker.
He did play LSU. Shaq is right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Shaq is right.
Agree with that smoke, Shaq. Agree with it.
If I was Shaq, I would still say it was a different guy I was thinking about.
No. So, like I was saying,
10 tackles in the NFL.
Skol,
can I
Sarah.
finish?
No.
Jabril was hurt his whole career in Dallas. That's why they couldn't play him, and then he couldn't get starting. He couldn't get the starter reps. It's kind of like Brian Asamoah. We have him. He doesn't have that many stats because he doesn't get in because he's always hurt.
Yeah, that's why.
That's exactly why.
B.
As I was watching him play
in
special
10
teams.
games for Washington last year. He had 2 tackles.
B.
Doesn't mean he wasn't hurt. You could play hurt.
Shaq, shut the fuck up. I mean, I don't want to say that often, but
Don't take that shit.
What's up, Sarah?
Solid B.
Hi, Sarah. You're beautiful. Thanks for coming on.
He broke out the guitar.
Sorry.
We don't got a jingle yet, but he broke out the guitar.
It took him 2 hours to get lit, but he got there.
My birthday.
I was like, who is this shitty ass country singer right now? Who's playing this shit?
Sorry, Roy Jones right
So,
there.
I mean,
Abraham Buplin is. Abraham Buplin's other job is guitar player.
I
Fuck
think
him.
our
He went,
linebacker
no.
are better than last
Fuck
year.
him. He went to Marshall. Fuck that shit. We ain't drafting that. Fucking send him back. He went to Marshall. Fuck him. Take Gant. At least he went to Ohio State. I'm okay with that. Fuck that.
Solid B.
Alone.
Dude, I just realized something. Those initials on the side of the practice field, KJ, were for KJ Cloud.
Why would you do that, bro?
He went to Miami. Fuck him.
All right, Fish. One guy on the right's gonna make the fucking roster. Who's it gonna be?
Dallas Gant.
Ronaldo. One guy on the right's gonna make the roster. Who's it gonna be?
Ohio State, baby.
I got to go with Gruger Hill only because he's got experience. He's just experience.
Cody.
I'm gonna go with undrafted free agent Bo Plan because Florida's seen what he did. He's gonna see what happens with the second.
Actually, reading up on him, you might not be wrong, bro. Chat.
Jabril Cox from LSU.
Yeah.
Cody wasn't wrong. He was in North Dakota and transferred to LSU for his last season. So his Google images failed him, but he wasn't wrong. He did play for North Dakota State.
I didn't say he didn't. I just said he
played for LSU.
He was a better player at North Dakota State.
Robbie, throw a dart. Which guy on the right's making this roster?
Because he went to the Ohio State University, I'm taking Gant too.
There you go.
So I want to take Gruger Hill for the same reason Ronaldo said, it's like because he's a veteran and they actually went out and signed him for a reason. But I'm going Dallas Gant. So that seems to be the popular pick amongst us.
You know, that whole competitive thing makes me pick that. When you play schools.
Robbie's like, oh, you said Dallas Gant? Never mind. KJ Cloud. All right. So let's grade this. And remember, when we grade it, we're grading on confidence level. Like, how confident are you in our middle linebackers, Fish?
There's no doubt about our top two, in my mind. It's just what's behind them.
So you see it.
I don't see it. I'm actually surprised Cashman's 28. I would have thought he'd be more like 25 or 26.
Coming off a little bit too. A little older than I thought.
I guess what I'm really thinking is, what do I think Asamoah is going to do this year? I was high on him last year. And I'm going to say one more year, I'm giving them an A.
Whoa. Wow.
If this is the NBA, Asamoah would still be a rookie. Like, you got to play a certain amount to not be a rookie.
Right. True.
All right, Rinaldi, what do you grade?
I guess you can redshirt though.
If we're going on confidence, I can't give him a very high score. I listened to PA with the announcer for the Texans, and man, is he high on Cashman. But if you look at, he's had an injury bug his whole career, including some last year. The guy just doesn't know how to not hit someone and hurt himself, which I think we're gonna love watching him until we don't. Right?
Andy Grant from Mongo.
Yeah. Until we don't. So, you know, I don't love the backups. I still have some faith in Asamoah to do something given the chance if he stays healthy. But man, there's a lot of ifs on this team. I'm going with a C.
You pessimist. You damn pessimist.
I actually feel like Rinaldi's not a pessimist.
No, he's a positive Paul.
But that was pretty pessimistic.
He's a positive.
It was out of character.
He's
He's had a couple beers. He's got the guitar in his hand. I'm going to excuse it.
Excuse me, guys. It is not a pessimist. It is a realist that is being realistic. There's a difference.
Every pessimist thinks they're realists.
That's not true, sir. That's when you evolve to a curmudgeon.
Bro,
Cody's turning into a curmudgeon.
I'm not going to look up your disses.
Cody's just pessimistic. He isn't there yet.
I'm realistic.
You're realistic in a dark.
Now you're
place
getting
right
it.
now.
See, now he's got it.
It seems like reality to you, but it's not.
Robbie's just ignoring the fact that I called
Cody
this
just
a
got it.
Finland team months ago.
Cody has evolved in the blink of an eye.
Cody's grading right now.
I'm gonna be a solid B just because I don't care about backups, honestly. We're going to have 3 safeties on the field, interchanging with the linebackers. I'm a solid B. I like Cashman and Ivan Pace. I give a shit about the depth. I think we're going to be rotating pass rushers in and out this year. I'm pretty confident in what we have on interior or inside linebackers. I'm going to be a solid B.
That's fair. Where you at with this, Shaq?
I have to give it a B. I agree with Cody.
Wait, did you say D or B?
B.
Okay.
Bravo.
Gotta go with B because as long as we got Blake Cashman out there, Ivan Pace Jr., and maybe give Brian Asamoah some reps, and then you mix in Josh Metellus and the other safeties, we should have everything under control. We shouldn't have to worry too much.
Fair. Robbie, grade him.
I am personally probably a little bit of the outlier in this one. I actually believe that Pace, that Bearcat that he is, and I have such a hard on for that guy. It's crazy. I personally feel he's the second best player on our team. That's just me. I love the way that dude plays. I love his enthusiasm. The dude is fucking nasty. And just with him on that field alone makes our defense better by a mile. I'm going to go with a B based on that because the other ones I just kind of like, ugh. But with him, I've never seen a play where I felt that he's let me down or us like down as a whole. Every play that has mattered, I have seen him somewhere in that mix, that dog pile, something. But I am allowing him alone to say that he is qualified the B.
That's a good one.
Hey, Robbie, man, I got to ask you. You said you had a what for that guy?
Massive hard on.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
Apparently, Ivan Pace calls you Mr. Nolan.
That sometimes.
I like that because my hot take goes with Ivan Pace this week.
Hey, Shaq, Ivan Pace went to that mega power Miami of Ohio and then transferred to Cincinnati for his last year.
I literally just said that.
He's a Bearcat, right?
Oh, Shaq couldn't ask you, Robbie, where did he go to school? And you didn't answer him. So Fish jumped in.
Couldn't tell. I think he went to SEC school. The way he played.
The way the shit's all lined now, fuck. Like Cincinnati might be in the goddamn ACC.
I'm pissed that y'all making me have the highest grade alone.
What'd you give him, a B?
I gave him an A.
Have I given mine yet?
No. Yes, thank God, Keith. Thank God. Save me, brother.
Forgot about
Keith. I said that Blake Cashman's going to lead this team in tackles. I'm very high on him.
Okay.
I need to see Pace do it again. It's a B.
You son of a bitch.
I need to see more from Pace. I need to see him as a regular starter all games. I need to see more consistency out of him. I'm happy with our interior linebackers. I think they're going to be good. I think a B is a good grade, by the way. It's just not your A, and I don't think that's an outlier. I think we're going to be good. And like Shaq said, I'm not worried about the depth. Like if Cashman or Pace go down, then we're probably fucked. Like we've lost enough. We can't lose any more blood. Like the blood we have, like we need.
Oh my God, he said it.
And in order for me to give them an A, you have to be playing like Ray Lewis or Patrick Willis. That's the only way to get an A.
I'm with you there, man.
They need to have killed or
I mean, in reality, Shaq is right, but we've given A's for less.
Murder
charges.
I rarely give out the A's.
Just 13 wins.
So
Shaq says I only give out the D. I ain't giving out the A.
There you go.
And I'm not mad at that.
Bitch.
Goal after started.
We got A's on our edges and we got B's on the inside.
Pick up your goddamn phone.
Interested to see where we have our cornerbacks next week.
You probably could do that in a 2-minute drill, bro.
I think it's gonna take more than that because there's a fucking lot of cornerbacks.
And wait, I mean, there's a whole nother week for them to make an adjustment, sign somebody, maybe. I don't know.
There's more body parts to injure too.
Yeah.
That could happen too. We might not have a cornerback by next week.
Broken earlobes and shit.
The room that like Cody sitting here like it's going to be a D. Suddenly they cut Evans. It's a B.
We're fucking here.
We're going to win 12 games.
Spoiler alert, but Cody's probably going to wear his Caleb Evans jersey next week.
Yes. I'll put it on the white t-shirt. What's his number again? 20 something?
Cody's gonna go into work tomorrow with it under his BDUs.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oof.
All right, fellas. I think we've done what we can do this week. So let's go ahead and go around the horn and end this thing. Robbie, you got anything?
Oh, come back to me.
No hot takes?
Brain fart. Fuck. Come back to me. Son of a bitch, I had one. Fuck.
Yes, you're right.
Come back to me. Come back to me.
Two people watching will be very mad if we don't do our hot takes.
Fuck.
Yeah, but I was thinking about the clip for TikTok and YouTube, sir. I'm thinking beyond tonight.
We don't say that. We just do it.
By the way, like and subscribe.
We didn't say that earlier, did we?
No.
Nope.
You gotta say it in the first 5 minutes.
Shaq, you had one job.
I mean, I'll
You're our like and subscribe guy. All right, let's do the hot takes, but I can't find my motherfucking pens. I guess I'm doing this with Sharpie.
Won't be able to read it.
Reminded us, Fish, what's your hot take?
By the end of Week 10 in our game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, Jordan Addison will have more receiving yards and touchdowns than Justin Jefferson.
So, by Week 10 or after Week 10?
At the end of that game, at the end of Week 10.
Do you play the Lions twice in those 10 weeks?
You hope.
You open.
Touchdowns and yards?
Huh?
Touchdowns and yards?
Touchdowns and yards.
Fish, if this one hits, how are you going to be feeling?
Bad. Because that means that our highest paid wide receiver in the league probably missed some games in the beginning of the season.
Probably.
Or as is that good?
Look, with our quarterbacks, with what we've got, with Kirk Cousins, it was a given. He was going to JJ. But now with what we got, you just don't know. You just don't know. And
JJ was the ball. A system wide receiver, like he depended on Kirk.
For all the fans that
Kirk depended on him.
For all the fans that wanted Brandon Ayuk, he reported to training camp. He's searching for a new contract now.
Yeah.
So everybody else holding out, so he's not getting it. He's going through the motions to not get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's what he's saying right now.
Does he happen to have an ear infection or a hurt back?
Not yet.
Sinus infection, sir. That's a holdout.
Can he play cornerback?
Yeah, right.
What do you got for us, Cody? Hot take.
My hot take is what we brought up earlier today, inside linebackers. I'm going with Ivan Pace. I'm going to say Ivan Pace is going to be an all-pro inside linebacker this year. He's going to beat out Fred Warner. He's going to be second on this team in sacks, and he's going to be second or first on this team in interceptions.
So when you say all-pro, does second team all-pro count?
First team all-pro. Let's make it hot.
I was trying to give you a little bit of fucking rope.
No,
he ain't beating out no Fred Warner with no second team all-pro.
Yeah, I was trying to give him a little bit of rope, though. Okay, first team. It's up. What do you got, Shaq?
So you didn't get back to my Sam Darnold takes, so I'm going to just throw this out there. Sam Darnold is going to have a better season than Kirk Cousins.
What year?
Oh, no. No.
Can
He's lighting the bench.
You have seen that. That Falcons team is good. Like,
Okay.
that Falcons team is stacked. You have seen that, right? Like, that O-line is, like,
I also see Kirk Cousins throwing it to Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen, Kyle Rudolph, and hand the ball to Dalvin Cook. That Falcons team is not better than the Vikings team he had when he came here. Stop.
I hate quarterbacks.
Okay,
that just
can
hand off the ball
you
to.
name his Washington wide receivers when he threw for 4,000 yards?
Yes, I can.
Okay, do it.
He had Deshaun Jackson.
Okay.
He had who else was the other?
I knew it was
Here
gonna
goes Garcon, yep.
Art Monk.
Art Monk.
I asked Shaq, so thank you, Shaq.
Yes, thank him.
We're a fucking team, aren't we?
You know,
I'm gonna let you off the hook. Ronaldo, you got a hot take?
Mine's not a prediction, but it's a hot take. This was the best off-season moves by any management team I've ever seen in my 50 years of being a Viking fan. The best off-season. That's my hot take. So how can I parlay that into a prediction? They will be in a Super Bowl in either 24, 25, or 26. I'm sorry, 25, 26, 27. 25, 26, 27.
I gotta be alive for this shit to happen.
Yeah, me, and I'm the one that's most likely to die, Ronaldo.
No,
that would be me. That would be me.
Yeah, you guys both go to the doctor.
I don't go to the doctor. I ain't been
God,
to the
yeah.
doctor.
Bitch, you're gonna die.
I'm trying to cancel my insurance.
we got a doctor right here.
I'm not just like you. You both need to go to the goddamn physicians.
Go to Robbie.
I don't even know my doctor's name. I haven't
Sorry,
seen
what's your copay?
$25, man. That includes labs as well as diagnostics.
No, my copay's like $50 and labs is more.
Jesus Christ. That California medicine, bro, is just
Yeah, my California medicine is actually cheaper and it's better.
No.
Yeah.
How's something? No.
I get it at the dispensary, asshole.
That's not medicine. That is not medicine at all.
It is.
Jesus Christ.
We've already had this conversation, so we don't need to do it here.
He says, I get mine at the vape shop, man.
Is your hot take that marijuana is not medicine?
I'm not going to, we can say that for another day. My hot take is Jerry Jones has a stroke. He fucks up and does not sign Micah Parsons, and somehow we get him.
I don't even like writing yours down.
Fuck you.
Fire right
My
now.
shit comes to fruition. I am an optimist in that
Forget
aspect.
our hot takes. You just need a whole Robbie hot take segment with just all his hot.
Robbie lives in
more likely that your take.
I just can't wait for us to clip. I just can't wait to say keep the timestamp of Shaq is laid out on his
All right,
side
wait a
because he's
minute.
so high.
Some of us predict things that sometimes come true more than others.
I don't know why you'd point at yourself.
I think the draft is
A
more
goddamn kicker?
Robbie.
A
And I
fucking
was just gonna
kicker?
say, Robbie,
That's
the
a
only thing
10.
you never said
I
was
get
the
so many
kicker.
cards to play from the
Right,
fucking kicker draft.
You know what? That card's played out, my man. That card
It is
played
not.
out.
It is not.
And it's not like you went out of your way
It is
to pick
not
a kicker
goddamn
that you
played
thought
out.
the Vikings would pick. You're like, oh, Bama has a kicker who's in the draft. Oh, the Vikings need him. That's all that was.
I said that shit for months. Months.
And he was the Bama kicker in the draft.
Hey, let me tell you something. When we're
I'll
down by
give you that.
24
I'll give you
points
that.
to the
That doesn't make-
Texans,
But
we're down by
doesn't make enough
24 points to the Texans, and that guy kicks a 63-yarder, two of you are going to be happy.
There you go.
Who's the second one?
I'm gonna be happy.
My wife.
Because he breaks the record.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna be happy. I called that.
Over here living on a fucking prediction.
Stands up off his couch.
24.
We did buy 2 of his jerseys, by the way, which are hard to find.
There you go.
Home and away, right, Robbie?
Robbie, you have made good calls, man. You called the San Francisco win last year, and then you called them the shit to bed, and they did exactly what you said.
You never give me credit, Renard, but I called San Francisco too.
You did?
I did. But I actually said San Francisco was gonna miss the playoffs too. So
Well, there. Okay.
I missed that part.
Ooh.
But I did say we were gonna beat them.
I did.
Keith, would you like a better one? Detroit will be in the
Nope.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Detroit
no.
will be in the Super Bowl.
All right, go ahead.
That's a better
Carson
one.
ends up a Viking. And Cody, I know you made something maybe kind of similar. So if you made the same one, tell me. But mine's simple. Aaron Jones is going to lead the team in touchdowns, not a quarterback.
Yeah, I said Aaron Jones is gonna have the best year of his career, but you're good.
Yo, that's not saying much. That's like being the world's tallest midget, you know?
But we just paid a wide receiver $140 million.
Again, he had Cousins to fucking feed him that shit with the goddamn
Okay, but Cousins
double.
wasn't here, and we knew Cousins wasn't here when we paid him $140 million.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. If
just
Aaron Jones scores 5 times, I'm happy.
Oh,
So, I mean, obviously, for this to hit for me, he's going to have to score at least 10
per game.
After you. How many touchdowns did running backs last year? 4?
Dobbs had 2, I think, to match the concussions.
How many did Madison have?
1, 0.
Zero. Don't bail him out. I was waiting for him to say 3.
I thought he had 1.
0. Nada.
All right, Rinaldi, what are your final thoughts?
Hey man, I don't really have anything I don't have any ammunition in the gun right now. I just want to let's say Skol, have a good weekend, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in camp. We got pads on Monday, man. I'm excited to just be in football season, and this is basically the start of football season. Be excited. I know we got our problems. They will work themselves out. We're going to put a team on the field, and we will be competitive. Let's go.
All right. What do you got, Robbie?
For you people with kids that are going back to school, I hate you because you're causing more traffic in the morning. That's my thought.
None of us live near you.
Shaq kind of. Oh, Cody does. They both do. Kind of.
I mean, they're not in your traffic.
I said kind of, goddammit.
They're not kind of in your traffic.
It takes me fucking 4 hours to get to either one of them. That's kind of close.
South Carolina sucks. Every time the light
does.
Green is honk. That's all you hear. Someone's honking. Dude, it just
What do you
turned
got,
fucking.
Jack?
We're assholes. That's true.
You got final words, Shaq?
Make sure you guys go check out all our social media content. You got Keith over here making TikToks like he's 24 years old.
Good one.
Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. You can also check out the Facebook group Let's Go. And we just kind of do this thing. That's all I got.
He's right about that.
We got Fish.
So I'll say a prayer for Bob, our mascot.
A 2-day mask.
Bob Doublina?
And
Just a double.
next week's call is gonna be a banger, fellas. It's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be my birthday call.
Oh boy! Last time
get it on.
I got
I didn't tell you we're not doing a show next week.
Sweet, we'll make it up the following week. Like Shaq said, man, Keith's out here putting in work on social media, trying to up our presence and all that, and make some good stuff. And he's doing a great job of it. Check us out, like, subscribe. I mean, Papa needs a new pair of shoes, man. I think 2 more injuries on our defense, and Brian Flores is going to have to build this bitch from IKEA. And other than that, man, let's just Skol. Let's Skol. Let's take this ride together.
I think Flores could do some damage with some IKEA furniture, though. I'm just saying. I think he could put it together. I believe in him. Like
that's the worst place on earth.
The instructions that don't have words, he's gonna throw those away anyways. He's gonna make it.
You're thinking more Pier 1, but okay.
He's gonna make it within his image, and it's gonna fucking work out. What do you got, Cody?
Again, it's Thursday. Weekend's right around the corner. Be safe. Be responsible. If you're going to go out drinking, have a plan. Have an Uber. Brian Flores right now, he may have keys to a Mustang that has a 4-banger in it, but trust me, don't be like me. Don't be pessimistic. A little bit optimistic in you.
Realistic. Be realistic.
Stay purple. We're gonna win gold. Skol on. Don't beat your wife. Don't beat your dogs. Don't beat your kids. Always look cool.
All right. For me, it's been an up and down off season. Like sometimes when Rinaldi says it's the greatest offseason of his lifetime, I agree with him. And then something bad happens. I'm like, oh, it hasn't been the best offseason. This happened. So it's been a very up and down offseason. I just don't know where it's going to end up making the season go. But I do have a lot of faith in our leadership. And I think about a good leader is you don't cry about it. You work with what you have and you make it happen. There's no excuses. And I think that's what we have in this team, in this organization. I'm not expecting a Super Bowl. I'm hoping for one, though. I'm always hoping for a Super Bowl. But I am expecting us to make a playoff push. And I still expect that. With anything that's happened this offseason, I still expect a playoff push. And I expect to see everybody here next Thursday. And let's Skol.
Skol.
Skol, baby.